too much. Easy to get me caught in a rush. Together it's never enough. It's like all those nights we fell in love. I'm feeling it over again. So caught in it, don't let it end. You and me, we don't have no regrets. Take me back, I don't wanna forget. Take me back to the nights we never felt more alive. All the time that we spent running through the silhouettes. It was all that we knew when we had nothing to lose. Put it all on the line. Run away with me tonight. Let's run away. Throw plans you've made away. Keep your eyes on me tonight. Let's run away to yesterday. Just say you'll run away with me tonight. I know it's not all in my head. I can see when you talk with your feelings. Are you wishing it would never end? Don't have to let it go, we can be fearless. When we're walking, you're talking too much. Easy to get you caught in a rush. Together it's never enough. Don't it all feel like falling in love? You say, I'm feeling it over again. So caught in it, don't let it end. You and me, we don't have no regrets. Take me back, I don't wanna forget. Take me back to the nights we never felt more alive. All the time that we spent running through the silhouettes. It was all that we knew when we had nothing to lose. Put it all on the line. Run away with me tonight. Let's run away. Throw plans you've made away. Keep your eyes on me tonight. Let's run away to yesterday. Just say you'll run away with me tonight. Run away with me tonight. Run away with me tonight. There's so much that I can't explain. Ain't no logic when I'm caught in a feeling. I hear echoes that whisper our names. City streetlights that illuminate. And when we're walking, I'm talking too much. Easy to get me caught in a rush. Together it's never enough. It's like all those nights we fell in love. I'm feeling it over again. So caught in it, don't let it end. You and me, we don't have no regrets. Take me back, I don't wanna forget. Take me back to the nights we never felt more alive. All the time that we spent running through the silhouettes. It was all that we knew when we had nothing to lose. Put it all on the line. Run away with me tonight. Let's run away. Throw plans you've made away. Keep your eyes on me tonight. Let's run away to yesterday. Just say you'll run away with me tonight. I know it's not all in my head. I can see when you talk with your feelings. Are you wishing it would never end? Don't have to let it go, we can be wishing.
Good morning. Well, good morning. Oh God, I hear myself. No. Well, good morning. No, stop it, stop.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Whew. What the fuck? What just happened? Hey, Pandora. Hello, Papa. Hello, Echo. Hello, Duck. Hello, Struggle.
Yeah, the night is fading.
They just like cut out. Like, all right, we're
As I
done.
read this, yeah.
I woke up and
Is that an
I
accurate
saw it
description of
was
what you observed, Mr. Death?
this
evening?
girl, and I was like,
This description?
this
Yeah.
girl.
Was it your observation the evening of Thanksgiving that you
Oh,
couldn't
she
tell that
does.
Mr. Depp was
Well, she
drunk
does
or
have somebody
angry,
there.
that he just put on a
Okay.
facade?
He looks very lawyery. Hey, Doug.
I couldn't
I'm
tell what he
tired.
was
I had
doing.
trouble
I didn't
getting
know
up
what
this
was going
morning.
on.
I'm tired.
And you couldn't tell if he was drunk?
I don't want to work today.
I couldn't tell.
I just want to sleep the rest of the day.
And you couldn't tell if he was angry that evening either?
Well, I can't say what anybody else's emotions are at any time.
Yeah, I usually have trouble getting up
You didn't
every
perceive
morning,
him
but
being
this morning there's
in front of you that evening?
some extra
At
difficulty.
me, no.
Just a little extra.
At anyone?
Not that I recall.
This girl
So fair to
has
say that Mr. Depp not
her
seemed angry
memory.
when he came down.
I have a really bad
after
memory,
Thanksgiving
but
dinner, right?
wow. Wow, her memory is wow.
He didn't seem any particular way to me.
So you testified that in December of 2015, Amber called you over to her apartment so that you could check her out. Is that a correct statement?
Check her
You
out.
testified to that?
Yes.
Okay, my question was, after you arrived, you observed injuries to Miss Heard, right?
Yes.
Do you remember seeing that her head was bloody, where a chunk of hair had been ripped out of the back of her head?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Was her
so.
head actively bleeding when you saw her?
Yeah. Wow.
It was, it wasn't like dripping down her head, but it was raw and red.
This is supposed to be like, is this Amber's like best
Was
friend?
it actively bleeding?
Or just
do you remember?
a friend?
Define actively bleeding.
Was there
Define
blood?
actively bleeding.
Yes.
How could you tell hair had been ripped out of her head?
There was a bloody patch with hair missing.
That
Where
sounds
was her
gross.
face red?
Her whole face.
Here, you need
Could the
this.
redness have been from crying?
It could have been.
Where did her nose appear to be swollen?
Oh my God. Here you go. You need that.
Maybe
Need
like
that.
the upper bridge.
Okay, stop.
Did you observe that Miss Heard had any black eyes?
Not
What
that
is
recall.
what is wrong with this woman?
Was there blood on her lips when you saw her?
Have you
It
noticed
was
that
cut open.
all the friends of
Was there
Amber
blood coming out of that cut?
are dumb as rocks?
Um,
You guys noticed that?
I don't remember if there was blood coming out of it at that point.
What is blood?
Was it on the top or bottom lip?
It was on the bottom.
Before we go,
They have to be friends with her?
any
Yeah.
recollection of seeing
Yeah.
a laceration on Miss Heard's forehead.
I've had some dumb friends, but sheesh.
There were many times that I saw injuries on her. If you would like to show me a photo or point me to another place where I can remember
Oh
which
my
injury
God.
was
Sorry.
in which instance, then I can answer.
I can't remember, but show me some evidence so I can align
You
my story
testified
with it.
that Miss Heard had a laceration on her forehead when you saw her, correct?
Yes.
Wow.
If you remember, where on her forehead was this laceration?
Up by the hairline.
Was it on the right or left side?
don't remember.
Was the laceration bleeding?
Define bleeding.
I don't think so.
Sitting here today, did you observe any other injuries to Ms. Heard that evening that you remember?
No.
If we can go back to Ms. Pennington.
Why did the sound get low?
In the United Kingdom, that would be great.
I think they're having like audio
So in
issues
paragraph 20,
today.
Ms. Pennington, you testified.
Oh, that's
after the
so
phone
low.
heard You, quote, called for assistance from a private nurse who was part of the concierge medical service which Johnny and Amber used. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is Erin Barem the private nurse you're referring to here?
Okay, I like turned it up all the way.
Yes.
As high as it can go.
Do you know approximately at what time you called Ms. Barem?
Okay, maybe I'm gonna switch to a different
Evening.
one. Is this one also low?
I don't know if she came over that night.
Do you recall Ms. Barem providing any advice or recommendation to you on the phone?
I've never
I
had
think
friends.
She said to maybe not let her go to sleep and to listen to her speech. Keep an eye on her.
Keep an eye on her.
And you did that?
I'm such a good friend.
Yes.
Look at me, I'm starting to get sad.
You testified in paragraph 20 that on December 15, 2015, you took pictures with Ms. Heard's injuries on your phone. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you
Well,
send these photographs?
I don't know if it was on my phone or her phone.
You see the third line down, you say with my phone.
I never thought about it, but
Did you
Amber
also
Heard, if you call her Miss Heard,
Ms. Pennington?
it sounds like Miss
No.
Heard.
Do you recall sending the photographs to anyone?
Good morning, Reckless.
No.
Do you
We're
recognize this
we're
photograph?
back. We're cursed with having to listen to her more.
Yes. Amber's face with swelling on her nose, bruising underneath her eyes.
And to confirm, you don't recognize whether you took this photograph or not, right?
I don't know if I took that one.
Okay.
Which one did you
So in
take?
the document that will be marked Pennington Exhibit 3, do you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
Do you recognize this photograph?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's pull up Pennington Exhibit 6. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
Did they really? That's
Did
funny.
you take this photograph?
Yes.
What is this photograph depicting?
The part of her scalp where the hair was ripped out.
People are saying that looks like ringworm.
You've testified previously that you photographed a big clump of hair on the floor, which was blonde in color and clearly belonged to Amber. Do you remember testifying to that?
Yes, I remember.
But where's
Where
the
did you see this clump of hair?
bloody patchy part that it was connected to her head? Why didn't you take a picture of that? Because that had to look
PH4
gross.
bedroom.
And just to confirm, PH4, is this where Ms. Heard used that penthouse as a closet?
No.
Oh my God.
Which penthouse did Ms. Heard use as a closet?
Can you imagine
Penthouse 5.
a whole penthouse as a closet? Can you fucking imagine? What the
How
fuck?
did you know that the hair clearly belonged to Amber?
How do you choose what to wear?
Hair had been ripped out of her scalp and it was her color on the floor of her apartment.
But you didn't see the hair get ripped out of her head, right?
Correct.
And so your understanding that this was Miss Heard's hair that was ripped out of her head was based on what Miss Heard told you, right?
My understanding that it was Miss Heard's hair was what I saw on her body and on the floor.
She could have placed that. That could be
And
extensions.
the fact that it had been, quote, ripped out of her head, that was based on what Miss Heard told you, right?
Yes, and common sense.
If we could pull up Pennington Exhibit 7, please. Ms. Pennington, do you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
This is a picture
What photograph?
of a clump of hair on the floor that you referenced in your prior testimony.
Yeah, that. That looks like she took that from her hairbrush.
This is a picture of a clump of hair on the floor.
Notice
that you
how
referenced
it's
in your
like
prior
it's more
testimony.
clumped up here. Like that came from a hairbrush.
Yes.
It looks like corn hair.
Photograph.
Yes.
The thing on her head looked like the thing on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's from a hairbrush.
And before you took this photograph, did you move the hair in any way?
No.
Okay, so this picture is the clump of hair exactly as you found it, right?
I like how there's a finger in the picture that's like
When did you take this photograph?
pointing to it. Look
When
at
I was taking
this.
other photographs.
And you didn't alter this photo in any way, correct?
I did not alter this photo.
Yeah, where's the
You
blood?
recall taking a photograph of a
Where's
wooden
the bloody
bed
patchy bit?
which had a partially broken bed frame.
Oh god! Oh my god! I scared the fuck out of me.
And did you photograph the bed just as you found it?
Yes.
Fucking
Did you
hell.
move anything off or onto the bed?
No.
Where was the bed broken, if you remember?
Papa, you
It
shouldn't
was a platform bed, and
you shouldn't
the
it's too
edge
early.
of
My
the
brains doesn't work. I
platform
don't know how to word this.
had like a long.
You
strand
shouldn't
of wood,
lump things into
off
whole
the corner,
categories.
or like off the edge.
Because not everything is the
Where
same.
was the broken bed? In which
There you
penthouse?
go, Echo. That's better. That makes more sense.
In which room?
The bedroom.
I'm going to show you a document that will be marked Pennington Exhibit 8. Bears a base number Pennington 5. Do you recognize this photograph, Ms. Pennington?
Yes.
I still have a
Did you
hard
take the
time
photograph?
understanding what the fuck I'm looking at with this bed picture.
Yes.
I guess I see that wood at the
You see
bottom.
on the left side of what I assume is the mattress and the comforter, there appears to be something on the bed.
Is it possible to zoom in?
Sure.
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
You see in the picture there appears to be something on the bed.
She didn't zoom in. What?
Is this something that was already there when you found the bed?
I don't remember seeing that before.
It's
was
not
planted.
something that you put on the bed, right?
No.
And you don't know what that is.
No.
I guess it looks like he kicked the bed or something. Somebody said that a cop testified
You already testified
that the only way that
state
could have
court and show, right?
been fucked up is by a knife, and it's like a
Which
knife on the bed
testified?
or something. I don't know.
Which testification?
Today.
Oh, today. The next day, yes.
You were with Miss
You
Heard when she
continue
was
to
getting
think
ready
that,
for the
Struggle
show at her
Hugs. Go ahead.
apartment. True.
True.
And was this in Penthouse 3?
5.
Do you remember that
Is that
Samantha,
Amber's
Melanie,
sister?
and Deer
Who
were
is
there
this?
to see Miss Heard getting ready?
Hi, Vandrin.
Yes.
Who is Samantha?
Samantha is Johnny's stylist and was also
Her friend.
doing
Okay.
styling for Amber.
And who is Melanie?
Amber's makeup artist.
And who is a Deer?
Amber's hairstylist.
Somebody needs to be talking to Amber's makeup
Do you recall
artist.
anybody else being there?
No.
Did you hear Miss Heard tell anyone of these people about her injury?
I remember her showing the injuries.
Who
I'm
did
very
she
tired.
show the injuries to?
She showed Melanie.
I went
her
to bed
leg
early too.
And a Deer.
I'm still tired.
Missing hair on her head.
Miss Pennington, I want to talk to you about Miss Heard's birthday in April of 2016.
Define injury. Define birthday.
You remember that after Miss Heard's birthday dinner,
I thought she said Miss Turd.
you and Miss Heard and some other friends.
I keep hearing turd.
The day after.
Yes.
So after the dinner, I know you attended the dinner, but after the dinner the next day,
Don't blame
when you arrived
me.
to the penthouse, you noticed shattered glass on Miss Heard's bedroom floor.
Correct.
What kind of glass was it?
I don't know.
Can you tell where it comes from?
I couldn't tell where it had come from.
You can blame me for bucket truck.
Did you notice any other damage in the bedroom?
Right, Papa. Yeah. Apparently she also occasionally used extensions that look kind of like extension hair too.
At the time of this?
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you recall where the dogs were when you were in the bedroom with Miss Heard on April 22nd, 2016?
In the bed.
The dogs were
Are you
in the
concerned
bed.
about the dogs injuring themselves on the glass?
Yes.
Did she
You
look
brush your
upset?
beard alone for a couple weeks. Get
When
that
I
much hair.
arrived,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she was asleep.
When she woke up, did she look upset to you?
Yes.
Yes.
What made you think that she was upset or looked upset?
She started crying.
Now let's turn to the events of May 21, 2016. Okay. At some point, did Miss Heard tell you that Mr. Depp wanted to come to the penthouse to get some stuff on May 21st, 2016?
I don't remember what exact day she said that, but she said that.
I'll make the representation to you that we're talking about May 21st, 2016, when Miss Heard alleged that Mr. Depp threw a phone at her. So, do you recall?
You threw a phone at me. I didn't even have time to react. I was sitting cross-legged on the couch with my socks still on.
To collect some stuff.
You
I
threw a
remember
phone
that
at
she
me.
told me that he wanted to come over.
Do you remember who was at the penthouse before Mr. Depp came over?
On which... When?
On May
Amber
21st,
is the blonde.
2016. You were there, obviously, correct?
The black-haired girl's her friend.
And Miss Heard was there?
Yes.
Was Josh Drew there?
I sure hope they move on to another
Yes.
person because, whew,
Was Elizabeth Mars there?
I feel like I'm
Yes.
losing brain cells listening to
Were
the
you
black-haired
all-
girl.
Were you preparing for a jewelry show the next day that you were doing, Miss Pennington?
I was preparing.
Was anybody assisting you prepare for that show?
Yes.
And you were in Penthouse 5 on May 21st, 2016, preparing for that show?
We were in and out of Penthouse 5 and Penthouse 1.
And she just sounds like she's... She does not sound believable at all.
At some point, Miss Heard left Penthouse 1 and Penthouse 5. And she went to Penthouse 3, correct? At some point that evening?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometime after Miss Heard left to go back to Penthouse 3, you
yes.
received a text message from her, correct?
Yes.
What is a text message?
Do you remember where you
Yes.
were when you received this message?
PH1, Penthouse 1.
Imagine having so many
Where was Mr.
penthouses.
Drew?
You start to refer to them PH1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus.
With me in PH1.
And where was Miss Mars?
She was either with us in PH1 or in PH5.
Yeah, they have like 5 penthouses like all together right there or something.
And do you remember what you were doing when you received this message?
No.
What did you
No.
do after you received this message?
I don't remember anything.
I went straight over to PH3.
How did they get them straight?
When you went straight over to page 3, Mr. Depp and Miss Heard yelling.
Sorry, will you repeat just the beginning of the question? You broke up a bit.
When you went to Penthouse 3, did you hear Mr. Depp and Miss Heard yelling?
Yes.
Do you recall what they were saying to each other?
No.
Do you recall the door being locked to Penthouse 3? When
No,
you got
ma'am.
there?
I only play PlayStation 5.
The door was always locked.
Did you have a key?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you use the key to open the door?
Yes.
I believe you previously testified that the penthouses 3, 4, and 5 were all connected. Is that correct?
Correct.
And so you can get from penthouse 5 to penthouse 3 without going out the main hallway. Is that right?
Correct.
When you entered penthouse 3, only Mr. Depp and Miss Heard were in the penthouse, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know where Mr. Depp was standing?
Yes.
Where was he?
In the living room.
What part of the living room?
The sort of like the entry, like the in-between from the kitchen to the living room.
And where was Miss Heard?
On the other side of the living room.
Was she by the couch?
Yes.
And were they approximately how far?
Good morning, Jack. Good morning. I'm gonna fall
8
asleep,
feet,
guys.
10 feet.
And they were both standing.
We're gonna move over to just sleeping.
Yes.
What's the first thing you remember, Miss Pennington, when you entered the penthouse?
Ah!
The first thing I remember was just hearing them.
No,
I don't remember what they were saying, but it was verbal argument.
it's the ASMR
and
crickets from you. Yeah, I blame the crickets on everything.
Then he continued to yell, and I went over to her and then stepped between him.
Where was Mr. Depp when you sat between them?
The sofa is an L in the corner of the living room. The coffee table fit into the L shape. Amber was on the far side. Johnny was on the other side of the L, with the coffee table between them.
At some point, Mr. Depp's security team came in. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that was Jerry Judge and Sean Betts?
Yes. I feel like I could predict her answers. Yes.
In the
Hey, Jay.
space between
Oh, I'm out of
the
milk.
living room and the
Got
kitchen.
water.
And you were with Miss Heard on the sofa?
Yes.
Yes. Moth time?
Mr. Depp eventually left Penthouse 3 with his picture. Is that correct?
Yes.
Eventually, yes.
And he left you and Miss Heard in Penthouse 3?
Yes.
Yes.
From the moment you entered House 3 until Mr. Depp left, did you see Mr. Depp touch Miss Heard?
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
I didn't see him touch her.
Did you see him
Thanks,
throw anything at
Papa.
her?
I didn't see him throw anything at her.
When you, oh my God, you're trimming your nails. First off,
What
good
did you do
job.
after Mr. Depp left
Second off,
House 3?
maybe you should wear safety glasses.
We took Amber to Penthouse 1.
Is that where Mr. Drew and Miss Mars were?
I'm glad you didn't die.
I don't know where they were.
I want to go to bed. I want to
I
go
don't know
back to
if they were in
sleep.
different places or which apartment they were in.
Sleep well.
What did you do once you and Miss Heard got back to Penthouse 1?
No, Jack. No. Cannot.
She wanted
Not
her
allowed.
purse. So
Not allowed.
I asked Josh to go find her purse in PH3.
Did you observe any property damage in any of the penthouses?
Yes.
What damage did you observe in Penthouse 3?
He had smashed a bunch of the, on his way out, I saw this, on his way out he had knocked over a bunch of items that were on the kitchen island, fruit baskets and bottles and things like that.
Yeah. I don't think it's separate
That was the big
buildings.
damage in
Although I think They said that like
What damage did you?
3 of the penthouses are connected.
In PH5,
So I guess like
there were
2 aren't
photos
connected.
that had been smashed off the wall, items that I had been working on.
Oh my god, I can't stop yawning.
On the table that had been thrown against the wall.
You also observed injuries to Ms. Heard's face, correct?
I would just like 1 pent. Yeah, can I get 1 penthouse, please? Just 1.
Her cheek was
I
red.
can't get over the fact that she uses 1 penthouse for
When you noticed
as a closet.
her cheek.
It drives me.
No.
What? I can't. What? A
You didn't see
closet?
how-
A whole
right?
penthouse is a closet? Wow.
At some point, 2 police officers arrived. Is that correct?
I think most people would just settle for a house if
2
anything.
points.
Yeah,
2 police
true.
officers.
Yeah, with the housing prices,
Before the
true.
first set of police officers showed up, had you cleaned up any of the damage in penthouse 3 or 5?
I'm sorry, Jack. I'm trying not to. I can't help it.
Where were you when the police officers arrived? The first set?
You'll sort of work hardboard box.
PH3.
Did you see Ms. Heard speak to the officer? The first set.
Yes.
Did you see the officers enter penthouse 3?
Yes.
They look around penthouse 3?
Yes.
Did they enter penthouse 5, the first set of police officers?
I'm not sure.
Is it your testimony, Ms. Pennington, that
Oh God,
the first set
I
of
need to
police
fix it.
officers saw the damage you allege Mr. Depp caused?
There, the
I
penthouse.
don't know what they saw, but there was damage there.
And another set of 2 officers.
Here you go, Jack. I got you a present.
Correct.
Go.
Between the first set of officers
I hope you like it.
and the second set of officers arriving, how much time had passed?
Add a moth is, do you see the moth on my head? I put another moth on my head. Oh, thank you.
I don't remember exactly.
Thank you.
Do you have an
Thank you.
approximation of how much time had passed? An hour, 2, less?
Stop it!
Less than 3.
3 hours? Less than 3 hours?
Less than 3.
Okay. My tits aren't working.
In this
Fine.
time, do you recall
Why aren't you
cleaning up
working?
any of the damage to penthouse 3 or 5?
Should be working.
I don't recall.
Okay, it's working.
Do you recall Ms. Heard speaking with either of the second set of officers?
No, I don't remember if she did or not.
Echo, do you want to be in the penthouse too? I said my tits wasn't
These
working.
officers, the second set,
Twitch
look around
integrated
penthouse 3?
throwing system. It's called tits. I didn't make the name.
I can't guess, so I don't know.
Ms. Pennington, have you ever personally witnessed Mr. Depp physically attack Ms. Heard?
Yeah, can you be specific to physically attacked?
Did you ever witness Mr. strike Ms. Heard?
Punch. Hit.
No.
Did you ever witness Mr. Depp throw anything at Ms. Heard?
I never witnessed him throw anything
There you go.
at her, around her, yes.
Enjoy.
The question is,
Got you guys a
did you ever
penthouse.
witness Mr. Depp throw anything at Miss Heard?
No.
Did you ever witness Mr. Depp kick Miss Heard?
What'd she say?
No.
Did you ever see Mr. Depp physically injure Miss Heard, cause her an injury?
I didn't see it.
Ha ha ha.
So that's a no, right?
I didn't see it.
I didn't
Honor,
see
at this
it.
point, I
Oh,
still
thank
have
God.
a question, so we'll play that, but maybe we just approach to just get straight on some exhibits, please.
Okay.
Oh, they're approaching. Rule number 1, no poop seats. No. Let me tell you a funny story where I was in an argument and I accidentally threw a bunch of things at someone and hit them. Let me tell you the story while they're up at the bench. So, yeah, it's true. It's true. So, I was having an argument with my boyfriend at the time. And I had just gotten back from the store. And I had in my hand a box of tampons. And I was mad. And I had the box in my hand and I was kind of doing the shaky hand thing as I was arguing. Like I was shaking my hand. And the box, I don't know, I hadn't opened this box. It was a brand new box. The box came open and all the tampons came flying out of the box and rained upon him while I was yelling at him. And at that point, you forget what the fuck you're mad about. You just start laughing. His face, he was so traumatized.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It was hilarious.
Yes, yes, sir.
Oh, shut up, phone.
Yeah.
He was just like, it's great. You better soak up that attitude.
Now, I understand that you've testified a number of times about some of the events that we touched on yesterday, right?
Yes.
Has there ever been anything in any of
Who
those
are they?
prior sworn statements or testimony that you've given that has prevented you from telling?
Who are they asking questions to now?
No.
And is all of your prior sworn testimony, including the testimony you gave yesterday, true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
One side or the on behalf of one side or the other?
Well, this
By
one's
that, I
louder.
mean on
Maybe we'll
behalf
watch
of
this one.
Amber or on behalf of Johnny?
No.
Are you, would you consider yourself adverse or hostile to either party?
No.
Any other time that you can remember?
Oh, we're still talking to this bitch.
Not
Oh my
specifically,
god.
no.
I'm so tired of it.
What you describe as
Oh, but
Mr.
this
Depp's
is loud.
different self?
Whoa, boy.
Yes.
Turn it down.
what was that name?
We called it the monster.
The
was
monster.
All of us. Me, Johnny, Amber, and anyone else in the
The monster.
inner circle that was privy to the private things that would happen.
I wish they would fix the buzz. I feel like after the trial, I'm just gonna be
How do you
hearing
know
that
Johnny
forever
called it the
in my
monster?
head.
He named it that.
You heard him refer to another version of himself as the monster directly?
either heard or saw it written in a text.
Hold on, I think I've missed a moth today. Did I miss a moth,
Did you
guys?
receive texts from
See, I should have
Mr.
one.
Day,
I'm counting how many
referring
moths
to
I should have.
this other version of himself as the
2.
monster?
I can't remember specifically any of them.
I should have 2
But
moths.
you do
Is that right?
recall hearing or reading
Okay, yeah, I
Mr.
did
Depp
miss one.
directly referring
You guys,
to
if I
himself
miss
as the
one,
monster.
yell at me.
Yes.
One day, I'm gonna figure out how to make them automatic, but I have
She
no
asked for my
fucking
help.
idea right now how to do that.
And over the course of your relationship, when
I do have an idea how to
When
do
Amber
it.
needed
It's
your
just,
help, you tried to
it's
be
gonna be a
there for her,
lot of
right?
work,
Yes.
and I'm not ready.
what do you mean by scary?
I'm not ready to deal with that.
I was scared for Amber.
Oh,
I was sad for her, and I was also sad for Johnny.
I was scared. Oh, she's turning on the
She
fireworks.
is my friend too.
Waterworks.
And I really
Okay, we
wanted
got
them to
3.
be able to
3. Should be
get it
3 now.
together.
Yes. No. They're very gentle.
Why were you scared for Amber?
They're in front of my antennas. They're not on my antennas.
It could be very unpredictable.
You're gonna be so unpredictable.
And she didn't have a lot of self-preservation.
She didn't have a lot of self-preservation. Bullshit! Objection! Hey, struggle. Have fun with work.
What specifically?
Amber has mad cow disease. It's too late. She's doing better than Amber. She is actress
Amber?
also. I don't know who the fuck she is, except she's Amber's friend. But yeah, a little bit better than Amber. My eye is itchy.
In the beginning, I wasn't worried. Towards the end, when the physical abuse was more evident, I was worried. I was worried for her physical safety. I was worried.
I was worried. I was worried he was going to kill her.
Do something that was worse than he ever intended.
He was gonna. I thought he was maybe. What if he killed her? What? I
When
was
you
scared.
say, talk about abuse.
Yeah, she's in the middle.
Signs of
Yeah,
abuse that
we
you
did see the
personally
person that was with her. So I was correct. There was a
Can
person,
you explain?
but it did look
What
like
do you mean
an
specifically
attorney or
by that?
something. Lawyer.
Did you observe
Is there a difference between an attorney and a
Physical
lawyer? Is there a
effects.
difference?
on Amber of that abuse?
Yes.
You testified a little bit yesterday about an incident between Johnny and Amber that took place in Hicksville. You remember that?
Yes.
Tell me as best you can everything that you remember about that.
We were sitting around the campfire. I don't remember who the larger group was. And Amber and Kelly Sue were sitting on a chair.
Physical abuse. He had more
Together,
signs of.
hugging.
Yeah. If Johnny had killed her,
And,
nothing of value would. Oh God.
Johnny came up and said, "Get your hands off my woman."
Get your hands off
And
my woman.
It was
Aquaman.
surprising because
I need that
it
audio
was
clip.
very
I
benign.
need it.
Two friends sitting
Aquaman.
on the same chair, hanging out. And it was also surprising because Johnny had been hanging out with everybody.
I mean,
in a
I feel
friendly
bad when I
way,
kill a stink
and,
bug.
A switch flipped when that happened. And Amber got up, went to go comfort Johnny, and then they went back to their trailer.
Trailer.
How would you describe Johnny's tone when he said, "Get off my woman"?
At first, I thought it was a joke. I thought he was kidding because
I think
it
they
was
said that Amber's bi,
so
like, so they
unexpected
probably
from the way that the
they
rest of the
probably
night had been going.
weren't
And,
just friends. I guarantee it.
And then at some point,
Shouldn't she sound
I think
stuffy?
Amber realized that it was not.
Yeah,
a joke
I don't
and got
know.
up to diffuse the situation.
Amber has earned this animosity. Yeah, she's a cunt.
Did you perceive Kelly Sue to be acting inappropriately in any way?
Who's
toward
Kelly
Miss Heard?
Sue?
No.
Had you seen when you said a switch flipped in Mr. Death? That was your testimony, right?
Just now.
Yeah, just now.
Yeah.
Was it surprising? to you
Maybe
to
she
see?
got some Monster. Man, I don't like Monster, but I feel like I could use an
No.
energy drink.
And why not?
He switched.
I don't like the smell of
Sometimes.
Monster. It just, ugh.
And
It's like somebody can open a can of Monster and I can smell it from across
what
the
do you
room,
mean
and I'm
by
just like,
that when you say he switched.
Johnny would be acting like his wonderful self for a certain portion of an occasion where people were hanging out or
and then he'll turn into the monster.
sometimes just privately at home. And I never knew what caused it. The switch would happen to where he would either disappear or go somewhere off by himself, or
Yeah, that's Johnny.
his mood would change to something darker.
Get this, Papa. So Johnny has not looked at Amber
And-
once during this whole trial. And that is because the last time he spoke with Amber face to face before the trial, she like tried to take off his sunglasses because she wanted to look at his eyes.
What do you
And
recall,
he
we'll get
said,
to
"You're never going to
to
see my eyes
specific
again.
incidents in a little bit, but
I'm
when you
never
said his
going
mood
to
would
look
change
at
to
you
something
again."
darker. Do you remember any specific
And
examples
he has not
of
looked at
times
her
that you
once.
witnessed
He's
when
kept his
mood
word.
changed
He's
to
not
something
looked at her
darker?
once. Isn't that like,
remember,
isn't that awesome?
At this moment,
I love it. I
specific
love that,
times
just that poetic,
when
stubborn
it would
pettiness.
generally
Does he have another hidden pile of
he would
candy?
go away from
Yeah,
where
like a
people
man who
were.
keeps his word, right?
Amber would follow to comfort. Sometimes they
actions.
wouldn't come back. Sometimes they would.
And his words, they line up. That's like, wow, that's best. It's lovely. Love that shit.
Okay. And tell us about the next morning at Hicksville, what you saw and observed.
Who would name their town
I
Hicksville?
went to.
Who would do that? I live in
trailer to go
Hicksville.
knock on the door.
I love it here.
Um,
Down in Hicksville.
I think they had already left though. I went in and saw the disarray.
Describe the disarray as best you can.
Like I said yesterday, the light fixtures had been knocked off.
But Amber
Things
could have
were
done
strewn
that.
about the
Amber
trailer,
could have
cushions
done all
off
the disarray.
Couch.
Go
and
with ring? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Over the course of you've known Miss Heard since 2003.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like I've driven by a Hicksville,
Have you ever
like on
known
road
her
trips and
to-
stuff. Yeah, I do have a moth
like,
crown.
the light fixtures. off
That's
the
why
wall?
I like to put them there first because it's
No.
cute.
Have you ever known her?
It makes me want to design a
pillows and
crown.
cushions off couches?
Oh, Papa, you probably haven't heard. I'm working on
No.
a new 3D model
known her
from
to-
scratch in Blender.
Getting a rage.
It's like it's going to be, the design's going to be really similar. Not much is changing, but it's just going to look
No.
better.
Have you ever known her to threaten
Better.
someone's life?
And I'm tempted. I'm tempted to
What
put
did
a
Amber
crown
tell
on
you,
it.
Did you ever have a conversation with Miss Heard about what happened in that trailer in Hicksville.
Yes.
But I'm giving
to
little sneak peeks
fast
here
forward
and
a
there,
little bit
but
in
I'm
time,
mostly keeping
Miss
it a secret.
Pennington to,
What it looks like.
And
It's very slow though.
an
It's
episode
very
we
slow.
talked about yesterday, to some extent. Do you remember
Nope.
being with Amber after
My
something
wings?
that happened the day before she went on the James Corden show?
When it's
in
done, there
December
may or may
2015?
not be wings.
Yes.
What do you remember? And I know this is
You heard
painful
nothing.
and emotional, but give me your best recollection of what you recall from that time period.
From the night before.
Were you with Amber the night before the James Corden appearance?
Yes.
And were you with her the day of the James Corden appearance?
Yes.
And did you observe
I'm gonna fall asleep.
Miss Heard and Miss Heard's residence the day before the James Corden appearance and the day of the James Corden appearance?
Yes.
You really want to learn Blender?
So
You
with
need to
that,
figure out something simple like Vroid first.
Tell me everything that you can remember.
Yeah,
starting
I
with
think
the day
it
before.
really did help me
And
learn
I may
Blender
interrupt you and
to
ask you to
like
to
I did
clarify certain
Vroid
things, but
first, and then
remember.
I started putting the Vroid in Blender
So,
and like updated it with Blender
Over to
and changed outfits with
her
Blender,
residence,
and that
PH3
helped
or
me. That helped me learn it a lot.
PH5. I don't remember which one I entered. And
I do plan on doing like a YouTube video, like
she was very upset.
just like a little YouTube video about like
Her
probably
face
the
was
most
red.
significant things that I learned in
Swollen.
Blender, like kind of the things like when I figured this out in Blender,
Her
it's like
hair
kind
had,
of took me to the next step.
moved
I
out
felt
her
like
head. I went through all of the penthouses.
like there's probably
She
like
was
4 or
on-
5 things I learned in Blender that when I did that, I was just like,
I
oh
even
shit,
slept that night.
oh that helps.
Watching her just to make sure she didn't.
Because she's not famous for Papa.
Is that because you were worried she had a concussion?
Has orange dreamsicle? I'm usually not a huge fan of like orangey flavors.
Why did you tell her that you were going to go take pictures throughout the penthouses?
Why wouldn't I?
Miss Pennington,
Hello,
I'm gonna,
Reptar.
You saw a few selected pictures yesterday. I'm gonna show you a number of pictures.
Oh, like South Paducah area? Okay. Is that like the
today,
area that big old tornado went through?
that we need to go through and I'll ask you some questions about.
Carnival
Okay.
candy?
Are you able to see Exhibit 15?
Yeah, I can see it. Can you, Miss Pennington?
Yeah, I probably haven't been through it, but I feel like I remember seeing signs for it somewhere.
Miss
This
Pennington,
is-
does this picture truly and accurately depict Miss Heard's appearance?
Yeah, I feel like
December.
I looked like that on my really bad allergy days, okay?
In December 2015, during the night that you just discussed?
Actually, I feel like I have a picture on like a really bad
Do
allergy
you know
day
whether or not
where
you took this picture?
my like this here especially, that's what I looked like on a really bad allergy day, like right there was like
With
that
Miss Heard
fucking
that
dark.
evening?
And
After
I
the
actually,
incident?
I remember I took a picture of it because I was like,
It was.
holy shit, it looks like I'm a
When was this
fucking
taken?
dead person or something.
This is the bathroom of Johnny and Amber's bedroom in PH3.
Yeah, Mayfield, that sounds familiar.
What
Yeah.
What injuries, if any, do you observe on Miss Heard in this picture?
Allergies. Yeah,
Her
the only
right
thing
eye
is, I feel like
has a mark and a bruise.
this part
Nose is swollen.
here,
There's
this
bruising
part,
on her left eye as well.
that doesn't really look consistent with
And
allergies.
Exhibit 16 is up.
That could, but I mean, I don't I don't think that it doesn't look like a black eye. That's what I'm trying to say. Like this,
Miss Pennington.
but I guess, but we've already,
A picture of Amber's
with my
face,
non-professional
and a mark on her right eye.
photo editing
Swallowed
skills,
nose.
we already proved that she's editing photos, essentially. So, you know,
Same
we
bathroom.
can't. But I mean, if you're gonna edit photos,
when
you're
was this
gonna
picture
make it look better than that,
I
right?
assume the same night.
And honestly,
That's
she's
the night in
crazy
December
enough.
2015
I
that you've
wouldn't
been talking about for the
doubt
last
that
few
she's
Yeah.
doing these tiny
do you
little
see,
injuries to herself.
Behind.
But if a grown ass man,
Miss Heard's left ear, there's a
as
picture
like
on the
fit
wall
as
and then
Johnny, that wears
writing
rings,
a note above
hits
the
her,
picture.
it's gonna look a lot worse than that.
What
It's gonna
is,
look a lot worse than that. So
What is that note signed? If you can tell.
Steve.
To your understanding.
I
who
don't
is
know. I think somebody said it.
Johnny.
I don't know if they have a set amount of weeks, or if it just
Steve?
goes
What does
on.
it say right above.
And somebody said it could go on like 2 more weeks.
Says your Steve.
Somebody said it could go on like 16 more
What's the line
weeks.
above that say?
And then somebody said like the attorneys have like a set amount of hours that they can prove shit, I guess.
Eternally? Something, always, up, 3 exclamation points. Love you eternally, your Steve.
And Steve, in that note, refers to the same man that you understood to have inflicted these injuries on Miss Heard, correct?
Is his real name Steve? Is like that his first name?
And does this picture truly and accurately reflect what you observed on Miss Heard in that night in December 2015?
Partially.
Right?
When you said partially, what do you mean by that?
You can't see the rest of the injuries.
What other injuries
Hi,
are you
Dre.
referring to?
The hair being pulled out.
Exhibit 17 is up.
What is this a picture of, Miss Pennington?
Amber's face turned at a slight profile with a bruise on her eye, swelling on her nose.
I don't even know, like, her nose isn't swollen.
And,
Her nose isn't
when was
swollen.
this picture taken?
John Christopher Depp second. Why I wonder why
Must be the
Steve?
same
Why do they call him Steve?
Night,
Confused about
a
that.
moment of the previous 2 pictures.
Does this picture fairly and accurately depict, at least in part, Miss
Okay.
Heard's appearance on that night?
Yes.
So today I have a 3 o'clock, I have a 3:30, I have a 4 o'clock, my 5 o'clock canceled.
What is this document, Miss Pennington?
It's a photo
I need to take a shower before my 3 o'clock.
of Amber's
I need to wash
face.
my hair. She does not look like she has any
Black
energies
eyes.
there. 2 black eyes!
And swollen bottom lip.
Did you take this
Swollen.
photo?
It doesn't. Where's the black eyes? I don't see black eyes.
You said a swollen
Oh my
nose.
god. In that case, I have black eyes right now. Because I'm not wearing makeup. I have black eyes right now, apparently. Oh my god.
Does this picture fairly and accurately depict
Her face looked longer. It could be because her
at least in
hair's up.
part, Miss Heard's appearance
something.
on that night in December 15, 2015?
Yes.
Oh, I'd bet show them to
Did
show
you
them a
take pictures
preference.
of Miss Heard that night?
Yeah. Oh my god. It makes me so mad. And that little
believe that
bitty
you took
spot
this
on her
picture?
lip that she kept picking at and
I don't
reopening.
know.
Somebody said she's on some kind of medicine that makes your lips super dry,
But in any
and
event,
she
it
has a
accurately
lip picking
reflects what
habit, and so
misheard
she often
misheard's
has
appearance
like
from that
little
evening.
cuts on her lips. Somebody said that. I don't know how true it is. Somebody said that.
Exhibit 19.
I think it's some kind of acne medicine she's on, like I forgot the name of the acne medicine.
And I'm sorry this is
Proactive.
so
I
hard,
don't
Ms.
know.
Pennington. We just need to get through as
Yeah.
through as best we can. What is this picture?
This is Amber's face.
It's Amber's face.
Showing more of her bottom bloody lip.
She's got a bloody lip.
Right, bruised off.
Oh, look at her. She picked at it. Oh, it's bleeding. Oh.
What night does this, or when does this show Amber?
It's terrible.
It appears to be.
She got so beat up.
As before.
Where was this picture taken?
He could have killed her. He almost killed her.
In the bedroom, facing the.
It was terrible.
bed and it's
I didn't
facing
see
the
anything,
windows.
but I know. It was him.
Was anyone with you and Amber that night after you came over?
No, I don't think she had like acne on her lips, but I think she was like taking acne medicine for her face.
I don't
And a side effect of that medicine I heard
is it
was
fair
like
to assume
really
that you
dry
and Amber took this
lips.
picture?
And so she would pick at the dry skin on her lips
like Miss Hart took
and
this
cause
picture?
shit like that a lot. That's what I
Do
heard.
you recall taking this picture?
It sounds
I
legit.
took a lot of pictures. It would be.
Yeah, it looks like she bit her lip. Yeah.
Yes.
That doesn't look like I got punched and my lip is
Does
bleeding.
Miss Hart's lower lip look like it's just chapped?
No, it does not.
Does it look like she just has a cold sore?
No, it does
It
not.
does not look like a cold sore.
It does not.
Exhibit 20 is up.
What is this a picture of, Miss Pennington?
A hairline.
This is a picture of Amber's hairline.
Yes.
A scratch injury on the hairline.
I don't see anything here.
Holding the hair back
I
so
don't.
that
I
you
don't
can
see
it.
anything here. I don't see it.
Does this picture depict marks that you saw on Amber
I see nothing.
on the night in December 2015?
Nothing.
That we've been discussing?
Or the next morning.
One or the other?
Yes.
Why would they even take these pictures?
And, Lucas, if you
I
could
don't
just go
even
back
see
really
redness on
quickly
this
to the
one.
last picture, please. Pennington 19. I may have asked you this, Miss Pennington, but I just want to make clear for the record. Does this picture fairly and accurately
You know, I was about to say, I don't know about that, but then,
Hart's appearance
you know how some
on that
hairbrushes
night,
have those
December
little
15,
round
2015
things at
that
the
we
end of the
discussed?
bristles?
Yes.
I have had a hairbrush where like one of the round things came off and like the bristle underneath the round thing was like really like
What is this a picture of?
sharp. And I do remember there was one time I brushed my hair when that had came off and I think it did scratch me.
The side
I
of
think it did
Amber's
actually.
nose
It
and
hurt. I don't know. I don't think I bled, but I remember it hurt.
She has,
Did you take? Go ahead. Go ahead.
She has
That literally looks like she bit her lip.
swelling and an injury on her bottom lip.
I don't know about swelling.
Are there any other injuries
It looks like she's
you
like,
observed in this picture?
it looks like she bit some dry skin off her lip and like was like sucking on it or something. A glass pipe burn? I don't know. I don't know what that would look like, but maybe.
Underneath her bottom eyelid.
Is that a thing that happens a lot when you
Did
when you
Miss
use
Hart,
glass pipes? Is that something that happens?
Did she typically have that small mark underneath her eye or bruising around her eyes?
She did not.
I mean, that
usually
looks
have
like a
that
pimple.
small mark.
I guess that's a weird spot for a pimple, but it kind of looks like a
Underneath her
pimple.
eyes.
Did she typically have injuries to her lip?
Sometimes.
Yeah, because
Over the course of your
she was a lip picker and had
friendship
dry
with Ms.
lips.
Heard during the time that she was in a relationship with Mr. Depp, how often would you all communicate?
Yeah, so
Sorry, can you repeat?
when I worked at a
that
girls'
question?
home, there was a girl there that
Mr.
had
How often would you
I think it
communicate
must
with
have
Ms. Heard?
been the
Like every
medicine
day?
she was on, but she had like extremely chapped lips, like a lot,
When she
like
was filming
extreme.
less,
And
she
she
was
would
filming
always like chew on them and
all the
pick at
time.
it and make it look a lot worse. And yeah, it's like basically
And you just testified, I believe
that
it
part
was
of the
the
lip
only
that they were
incident when
showing
she
on Amber.
observed
It's like her whole
injuries
fucking
to
lip
Ms.
looked like
Heard's
that.
face or lips, correct?
So I really, I
Were
don't,
there any other times
and I
that
know
you
for a
observed
fact
injuries
nobody
to
was
Ms. Heard's
punching her in the
face or lips?
face. So like, pretty sure that's, yeah. I don't think Amber was punched in the face.
Exhibit
That
23
injury,
is
I
up.
don't think came from
What is this, a
any
picture of
kind of
Miss Pennington?
physical force.
Picture is hair pulled back to show
That does not look like she's missing hair.
abrasion on the scalp where hair has been removed.
Whose head is that?
Whose head is that?
Amber's head.
Whose head is that? I was beaten up by a boxer and broke my lip and
Was
gave me a
this-
black
do you know
eye
when
and
this
almost
picture was
broke my
taken?
nose. Indeed,
The
looks
night
like
of
she
the
sucked at
event,
it. Yeah.
The next day.
She was
By
picking at
event,
her
you're
lip like a
referring
cow
to
eating
the
grass.
event in December of 2015 that we've been talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody has picked like at some
Yes.
dry skin on their lip and maybe
you
has
recall
like
taking
picked
this
too
picture, Miss
far and
Pennington,
made it
of
like
Miss
bleed
Heard's
or
scalp?
like sore. I'm pretty sure everybody has done that at least once.
this
And so
Picture
they
very
know.
accurately
And apparently
depicts the
Amber
top
does
of
that
Miss
a
Heard's
lot.
scalp.
So I've heard. But that definitely, that's what that looks like.
During the day of or at the day after the December 2015 incident that you've been giving testimony about.
Yes.
Exhibit 23 is up.
Yeah, yeah.
What is this a picture of, Miss Pennington?
There's a picture
If I wasn't
of,
afraid of TOS, I would probably Google images of black eyes and like punched lips and show you guys, but that sounds TOS risky.
To show the scale of the hair.
I'm not
Did you
sure
take this
about
picture?
their
Yes.
policies on like
did
blood
you take
and
this picture?
gore and stuff like that. Not that it wouldn't count as gore, but I wouldn't think.
Either the night of the event, the night
Hi,
of the event,
Jack.
the December, the occurrence
Oh,
that we've
no
been
phone.
talking about.
This is about the
December
time I
2015.
usually roll out of bed.
Yeah.
And how did you know that?
We're
that was Amber's
degenerates,
hair?
Echo. It's okay. We're degenerates.
Hair had been ripped
We're
out
just
of her head.
accepting.
This
We're
is the
just
color of her
accepting that.
hair. It's her home.
I wonder if she's a natural blonde or she gets it bleached. It's pretty normal, I think, for the hair to be a bit darker on the hairline, especially if she's not a natural blonde. So,
And this you said was in the bedroom of Penthouse 5.
4.
but that
Have you
legit,
ever
that looks
known
hairbrush.
Miss
Like
Heard
that
to
looks like
pull
hairbrush
out
hair.
clumps of her own hair?
This is about the time you
Miss
go to
Heard
bed.
ever paint on bruises or use makeup to make it appear as if she had a bruise when in fact she didn't? To your knowledge?
No, the opposite.
The
What do you
opposite.
mean when you say the opposite?
She often had to cover bruises and injuries on her face with makeup.
The
Did
opposite.
you see her cover bruises on her face with makeup?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we pull up the document titled December 2015 ALH?
Her dog stepped on a bee.
28_B, please. What is this picture, Miss Pennington?
A refrigerator.
Picture of Amber. She has a small mark underneath her.
This was the morning
right eye.
that her dog stepped on a bee.
She has her coat and her shirt on. They're in the kitchen. She's in the kitchen.
Oh my God! Look at her.
Do you know when or approximately when this picture was taken?
The day following the December event or the day after, maybe. I don't know exactly when.
And
The background audio sure sounds like your refrigerator's running.
I don't know.
does it fairly and accurately depict Amber's appearance on the day you described?
On one of the days following.
You better go
yes.
catch it.
Exhibit 25 is up.
Do you know what this is a picture of, Ms. Pennington?
This is a picture of the nightstand on the right side of the bed in Johnny and Amber's bedroom in PH3.
Huh.
It has a lamp that's fallen down.
Lamp? No!
Book of rolling papers, half a lemon.
Half a lemon?
Coffee mug of Infinitum Nihil, which is Johnny's production company. A bottle of Tums, a bottle of tea, broken glass.
Not the lamp.
And
Not the lamp. No. Why?
on the floor that I can't.
Why did you
make
do
out.
this?
Did you ever know Amber to break glass next to her bed?
No.
What's
Hello,
your knowledge
Tempest.
about
Good morning.
Mr. Depp's tendency.
I
to
don't know. That was a weird
break
skip in the
things made of
video.
glass?
My knowledge is that I saw him do it once, and then I saw the aftermath of him breaking glass.
So, of course, it was always him.
And on that evening in December 2015, did you see that we've been discussing? Did you see broken glass around the residence?
Yes.
Oh my God. I think
Let's go
we've
to the next
established
picture,
there was
December
broken
2015,
glass.
_509_B. You've seen this picture before.
We
What's this a picture
know. We know she
This is a
saw
picture of
broken
the
glass.
platform
We
bed
know
in the
about
bedroom
that.
of Penthouse 4.
We know.
The edge of the platform
You can't
bed
miss
has a
it at
shard
this
of
point.
wood that has
There
broken
was
off onto
indeed
the floor.
broken glass.
Did you take this picture?
You did not see who did it,
Did you take it?
but you saw it.
Either the night of the event or the next day.
Yeah, I'm still like having
When
trouble.
you say event, are you referring
I
to, what are you referring to?
I'm having a hard time seeing
The
like how,
December 15th event that we've been speaking about.
like
You said
I see
December
the
15th, you mean
wood on
December
the ground, but it's like
Yes.
I guess
sorry.
that came from that
2015.
lighter. Is there light
And
wood and
where is
dark
this
wood?
bed in the residence?
I'm having trouble visualizing
This
what
is
I'm
in
looking
the-
at.
Penthouse 4, it's the middle penthouse between the main residence, PH3, Amber's closet.
Why is she
PH5
center frame? I
is
know,
the,
right?
One of the rooms that you walk through to get to.
Somebody give her a gold star.
To go through the upper story of the homes.
Have you ever known Miss Heard to destroy a bed frame?
No.
Have you ever known?
In
no,
what
I'm
way?
No.
Have you ever known Miss Heard to destroy furniture generally?
No.
Miss Pennington,
There's light and dark work. Okay.
in all the photos that you have taken of
In what way exactly?
evidence or incidents or the aftermath of incidents?
There's even
between
purple wood
Amber and
because
Johnny?
zebra wood.
Have you ever done anything to alter those photos?
Oh God!
You know,
Scared
make
the
them
fuck out of me.
appear to depict something that wasn't actually there or wasn't actually real?
No.
I want to talk about the day of the Late Late Show. When I say that, do you understand I'm referring to Amber's appearance on the James Corden show?
Yes.
The Late Late Show with James Corden. Were you with Amber when she got ready for her appearance on that show?
Yes.
Who else was present?
A deer.
A deer?
Who's her hairstylist.
Oh, okay.
Melanie,
Wow.
her
Oh my!
makeup
A deer
artist,
does her
and
hair?
Samantha, her stylist.
Did were you there when her hair and makeup was being styled or put on before her appearance on James Corden?
Yes.
Did you see anyone paint on a wound on her lip or put makeup on her face to make it appear that there was a wound on her lip?
No.
Did you observe anyone ripping clumps of her hair out of her head?
Was she wearing extensions at the time?
Ms. Pennington,
A
did
deer
you,
does her hair. Explains a lot.
did you,
Now it's a crown.
to the extent that it's alleged that Miss Heard had no injuries when she went on the James Corden show, what is your reaction to that?
My reaction is that that is a false assessment or statement.
And what's the basis for that testimony?
Because I saw injuries on her body from the time
Moth
directly
Girl.
after they happened, throughout the next night, the next day, and as they continued to heal.
In the time that
Just
you
very
spent,
committed with the makeup.
Johnny, did he ever express a similar sentiment that he was screw up or fuck up, in his words?
Yes.
And what did you tell me what you can remember about the instances when he said that and what your understanding was of what he meant?
My understanding was that he was sorry and apologetic and
For what?
for his behavior.
When you say behavior, what are you referring to?
Verbal arguments.
Yeah,
physical
Jack. I think
arguments.
especially swelling. Makeup doesn't cover swelling.
And that was what he made.
Amber
clear to
said.
you
Amber
in-
said that
in
ice
things that he
does.
said to you.
Not that much.
Is that right?
Not within a day.
What he made clear to me.
Not when
in
you're beat up
our
like to an inch of your
conversations was
life.
That he was very sorry and that he was working to get clean and get better.
And like, yeah, I'm sure he apologized because Johnny. I don't think Johnny was perfect in the relationship. Obviously, I think we've seen and we know that he broke objects. He was aggressive against the environment, but it does not prove
you
that
ever
he
see
was
him get
abusive to Amber. It does not prove that he ever laid hands on Amber. The fact that he destroyed objects doesn't prove that.
A lot of times.
And I'm sure he felt sorry for like
Did you ever see
breaking
him get better
shit.
permanently?
And I'm sure he wanted to do better. He probably felt bad for breaking shit.
Your Honor, at this point, we start questioning Ms. Pennington about May 21st. We're
And
happy to
also
keep going,
the
but
fucking
if you want to
gaslighting
take
that
a
we've
break, I think we're
heard
about halfway through this
recorded
call.
from
Let's go
Amber.
ahead and take our morning recess for
We've
15
heard the
minutes. And do
gaslighting.
not discuss the case with
So
anybody and don't do any outside research, okay?
You know, that can fuck with somebody's mental state. You know, this constant gaslighting can make you feel like a lot of the time that you're the problem. She was manipulative. So it's like the fact that he apologized is evidence for shit. Nothing.
Let's just come back at 11 o'clock then, okay?
Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
thank you.
All right, they're gonna take like an 18-minute break. Cool. What are we gonna do for 18 minutes? I sure hope they don't I hope they don't examine her more. I don't know. Have they started the cross-examination of her? I'm so confused. And how like the video stuff. I don't like the video. I want like live testimony. Your eyes are brown? I'm so confused. What? She's so full of shit. Her eyes are brown. What about the whites of your eyes? Is the whites of your eyes also brown? Hopefully not. If so, I would worry about your liver. Yeah, Johnny said his testimony. It was funny. We can look at videos of that while we wait. Here. Let's see. No, you can watch this. Must see moments from Johnny Depp's testimony.
After suffering an injury.
Oh shoot.
You dipped your finger in paint after suffering an injury.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, that was after I'd, after writing on the walls, the blood had kind of dried, as it were, and so I stuck my finger into a can of paint and also, excuse me, mineral spirits to
Poof, that can't have
messages onto the wall.
You'd agree with me that there was quite a bit of damage to the house in Australia after this incident, correct?
The Australia incident was
quite a bit of damage to the house during the entire incident, yes.
And you don't remember the television breaking, do you?
I remember there was I believe there was a coffee cup stuck into the screen, or
stuck
plate or something
into
like that.
the screen.
It's you could have also defaced a
Yeah,
painting
that's probably that
by
probably
drawing a
really
penis
didn't
on
help
it,
his finger.
didn't you?
I've never. I don't know about that. I don't remember drawing
It's-
a penis on a painting.
Given the state you were in, it's entirely possible that you did that, even if you don't remember it to this day, correct?
Drawing a penis on a painting was not the first thing on my mind.
Let's
I
look.
had messages to write, reminders.
You testified that you wrote on the mirror, and I don't remember exactly what you said, but you essentially said that you wrote things about your past with Miss Heard, or grievances
Reminders.
that you had with her, correct?
Reminders, yes.
I can't read that.
Some mix of paint or blood, starring Billy Bob and Easy
That
Amber.
doesn't look like blood. That
This
looks
is
like
a
paint.
picture of a lampshade that you
I
wrote
would do
on
that sober.
after you sustained a finger injury on March 8th, 2015, correct?
That's correct.
On this lampshade, which appears to be sitting on the ground, you write some mixture of blood or paint, good luck, and be careful at top.
Yes, correct.
Correct?
Yes. I thought it was good advice.
I thought it was good advice, so I put it on a lampshade.
By the way, because I'm
Oh, it's loud.
By the way, my family, my friends, everyone around me saw all the bruises and broken blood vessel under my eye.
Broken blood
bruises on my
vessel?
head, the missing chunks of hair, the split lip, the black eye, the swollen nose, all that because you're stronger. It does not mean because they heard me that I'm somehow more responsible. It just means they heard me because I yell in a fight. You do provoke. I yell. It doesn't mean I'm more responsible or badder.
After
Oh, I've never seen any
receiving,
pictures of Johnny's.
kind of a roundhouse
What's a roundhouse punch?
punch.
What's a
from his
roundhouse
hip, though it was
punch?
still-
Never heard of that.
It was still pretty well about that much open. And when I knelt down on my hands and knees to look at her foot to see the injury,
Yeah, because she was trying to push her way into the
kicked,
bathroom, and he was holding the
bathroom
door, and he thought he accidentally hurt her toes, so he was worried about her toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when he bent down to check on her toes, she kicked the door open and hit his head.
I was completely
Spins
taken
you
aback
in.
by such a corrosive.
Yeah, he was worried about her
Were you
toes.
aware that as of October 25th, 2018, about 2 months before this op-ed was published,
Fuck
that it was
Disney.
being reported, as it is in this article, that Johnny Depp is out as Jack Sparrow in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise as actor battles financial issues and personal dramas. Were you aware of
Fuck
that?
Disney. They
I
took that
wasn't
from
aware of
us.
that, but it doesn't surprise me given that
I
2
like the
years
Pirates
had gone by
movies.
of
And now we're never, ever, ever going to have another one.
constant,
Fuck Disney. Fuck Amber.
worldwide talk about me being this wife beater.
Understood, but you
So I'm sure that Disney was
Just
trying
assumed he was guilty before any kind of a trial and fired him.
to cut ties
Disgusting.
to be safe. The Me Too movement was in full swing at that point.
This morning? I don't think so.
I mean, this video doesn't prove anything.
No, that's the thing.
You want to see crazy? I'll give you.
Look, if your relationship's at the point where you're secretly recording, oh, there's the mason jar glass that you.
It's going. Oh, really?
I just started it. When you're secretly recording the person you're with, that you need to get out.
That's correct, sir.
and that's you in the video, Mr.
That
Depp,
looked
right?
like that.
That's correct, sir.
That would top
You
over
agree
easy.
That
That did not look stable.
correct?
Clearly I was having a bad time.
Yeah.
I don't.
It doesn't
I
prove
don't
that he
know
hit her.
With regard to completely. at this
Relationship
point,
was very unhealthy.
But being illegally recorded by your.
It's only illegal in some
chosen
states.
other is-
One-sided recordings are illegal, and depending on where you are.
Well, it's quite fitting.
Mega
that
wine.
those photographs-
Okay, so I learned apparently the Magnum wine or whatever. Apparently that is a brand of alcohol. I didn't know.
laughed.
I thought she was just saying Magnum to describe the size.
Myself, but so yes,
You didn't
I
react to
did assault a couple of cabinets.
Yes, he
I
did.
did not touch Miss Heard.
No, he
As
didn't.
you can see, I think. No.
And you may have been drunk in that video, correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
Yeah.
I poured myself a large glass of wine. I thought it necessary.
Right.
I thought it necessary.
Not saying there is, but you were asking for more cocaine and you were asking for more ecstasy, correct?
I wasn't asking for more ecstasy. I was asking for ecstasy because that was what I was requested from.
New units of
requested by Miss
measure.
Heard.
And one of your good friends that you've taken drugs with before is Marilyn Manson, right?
Wow. Can you imagine?
Yes, we've taken.
Can you imagine?
We've
My
drank
God.
together. We've had cocaine together maybe a couple of times.
Pills, right? With Marilyn Manson?
I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much.
And then all of you flew back to Los Angeles.
That's correct.
And the night before that you were due to meet up to take this plane flight, you and Miss Heard had a heated discussion on the phone about scenes that she was doing in a movie with James Franco, right?
I don't recall what the argument was about. There are many to.
Let's go to page 290. If you go to the second paragraph, or the kind of the fourth line down, you write to Mr. Bettany, missing you and yours, and await our dangle on the island. You may have to drink for me. I, of course, pounded and displayed ugly colors to Amber on a recent journey. I am an insane person, and not so fair-headed after too much of the drink.
Pounded.
Weed, pills, fine. Booze, my capacity is too large, and I won't stop.
My capacity
Ugly
is
and
too
sad.
large.
Oh, how I love it. Did I read that right?
You did.
She wants to talk to me. She doesn't know what to do. Loves you, but doesn't know always what to do. She's worried about it all. And you write to her, it was not pleasant today. I wasn't aware she had another photo shoot tomorrow. That's really why she left. I don't need actress and her ambition.
I had received some news that was
Propopova, do you know about the poop?
as absurd and grotesque and cruel. And then I was shown a picture of what the problem was. It was a photograph of the bed, our bed, and on my side of the bed
Okay.
was human fecal matter. I might have used that word, certainly.
Right, and in
Human
2012, in
fecal
fact, Elton
matter.
John was one of your friends who was trying to help you get sober, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you
The Truma.
you sent him a message in 2012 where you thanked him for his help, and you said, quote, I would have been swallowed up by the monster were it not for you. That is a simple fact. Isn't
Yes.
that true?
Yes. Again, the monster referring to alcohol and substances.
Correct.
Wow. Oh no. Oh, this is long.
June 11, 2013. Amber is your girlfriend, or perhaps even your fiance at this point, correct? You said,
Does he cry?
is it your testimony that you did not ask for cocaine and ecstasy?
Great, thank you.
Is he crying?
I don't
I'll
think you-
sustain
Yeah,
his
move to
argument.
strike.
I'll sustain his argumentative, and I'll move to strike.
Oh, I've
Let's play
seen
it
it
again,
plenty.
please, Michelle.
I poured myself a large glass of.
Is he crying?
I know it hurts. Please don't cut yourself. Please don't cut yourself. Please don't cut yourself.
Just gonna go to court.
The knife is really dull.
I have to use the sharp part.
Don't.
Don't you tell me.
Please don't do that. Put the knife down. Just put the knife down.
Whoa, what is this? I haven't heard this.
Don't do that. Do not do that, Johnny. Please, you're gonna
look at you.
You're gonna hurt yourself. Please
I
stop.
want to look at you.
I know you're in pain. Wait. Stop. Please
There's a
don't.
way for the pain to go away.
It's not that. It
Hydrate.
doesn't make it go away, trust me. I do know. It doesn't make it go away.
Really?
Did it make it go away?
Yeah.
It did? Please don't. Please don't. Is it okay? There's love here. There is love here. There's love here. I wouldn't be here. I have no other reason to be here.
What's happening?
The knife is really dull, and it would be the worst thing in the world to use to cut me with. It would be too painful and dull and dirty to use.
Yeah, that's the tip of the knife.
Right? It's pretty.
She's the one
Do
recording.
not do. Don't. You're gonna hurt yourself. Don't.
And you notice how she's like, don't cut me with it.
Please don't cut yourself. Please don't.
He's trying to cut himself, and she was like, don't cut me with it. Like she was trying to make it sound like he was like trying to cut her. Yeah, she's saying that, but then she said once, she was like, don't cut me with it.
If it's okay with Your Honor, I'm probably going to move on to something else.
Later, next time. Okay, I assume you still have quite a bit cross, or
A bit. I'm not exactly sure.
all right, but more than we could do.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we've come to the end of our week.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's being emotional, but he's not like, that's like believable emotion, you know? It's believable emotion. Okay, they're almost back, it looks like. Yeah. So I'm gonna AFK for a minute. I'm gonna take a little break. Got a potty. A sign. Alright, we'll be back.
Jury? Okay. seated. You want to continue with your witness?
Yes, we'll resume with the testimony of Raquel Pennington, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you.
I want to talk about the events of May 21st, 2016. Do you remember that night, Ms. Pennington?
Yes.
Walk us through what you recall about the evening of May 21st, 2016.
So, in PH5, I was getting things ready for a artist craft show that I had, and making jewelry, and my friend Liz was there, Josh was there, Amber was helping. We were set up in the downstairs living room of PH5. And
Liz Mars?
Liz Mars, yes.
Okay. And your fiance, Joshua Drew, is that right?
Yes. And at some point, Amber got a message from Johnny that said that he wanted to come over and talk or pick something up. I don't remember what the exact message was. And I thought it was a really bad idea, but can't stop somebody from coming over to their own home. And so Amber went upstairs to get ready for him to come over. And eventually he showed up. I didn't see him show up. I didn't hear him show up. He went to PH3 and then at some point I got a text from her, or I might have checked in, or I got a text from her that said, come over. So I tried to come over there and the door was locked. Their front door was locked. So I went to go get my key. I had a master key to all of the apartments. And I came back, unlocked the door, and he was yelling, and I don't remember exactly what he was saying. And she was calling for help, and that had never happened before, saying, help me. I went and I cut through the space between the coffee table and the sofa. And I went up to him, and he was yelling and yelling, and I put my hands up on his chest, and I was like, stop. Just stop. Just trying to calm him down.
I'm back. Miss anything? Probably not.
He hit my hands away, and
stop. Just
so I just
stop.
went straight over to Amber. She sat down on the couch. She was crying, and I just put my body over her, and he came a little bit closer to us, and he was yelling at her.
This
like,
woman is clearly not going to give us anything interesting.
Or get up or something, and it was really loud, and he was getting closer and closer. And I remember thinking there was this like big orange.
Is an orange
ceramic ashtray on the
an orange ashtray.
And I was thinking, if he gets any closer, I'm just gonna pick up that ashtray and like hit him with it, because he was so close.
Oh my
over
god!
Us. And,
so dramatic.
And then at that point,
an orange
Jerry and Sean came
orange
in
ashtray
from the front door. PH3 and came in, and they were like, boss, come on, let's get out of here. And
Hold on a second.
Jerry always called him boss. He's like, boss, come on, boss, let's go. And then Johnny grabbed like his leather bag off the stool that was by the island, and he had a big Magnum bottle of wine, and he was just like smashing
There
stuff
it
off
is again, the
island.
Magnum bottle of wine. Apparently,
Yeah,
it's a brand. I didn't know. I think it's a brand. They said something earlier that like referred to it as like a type, like a brand.
Banging and smashing,
Trying to
and
put socks
clattering
on.
around. I was just holding Amber, sort of just waiting.
My
for
feet
the,
are cold. Got cold.
Waiting for it to pass and clear.
Oh my God.
Until a little bit later, and then I think
Tempest.
Josh came in.
Why did you get between and put your hands on Mr. Depp and get between?
Why? Why did you put your hands on Mr. Depp? I mean, do I have to explain? Just look at him.
And when he
Just
hit your
look
hands
at him.
away and then you went and
I don't
laid
think
on
I
him,
need to explain.
Why did you do that?
It was the thing to do.
It's just the thing you did.
How would you describe Mr. Depp's mood?
Well, how was his mood?
Irate.
Were you afraid that Mr. Depp was going to hurt Miss Heard?
Yes.
I mean, with the Magnum.
And when he stood over you, you testified a little bit too, but describe.
I'm here to
what he was
plunder your
yelling
booty.
as he stood over the couch.
I don't remember everything that he said. The thing that sticks out the most is that he was just yelling at her to get up.
Oh yeah, that scene. She's on the couch.
Get the fuck up.
Get the fuck up.
Did you let her?
Yeah, I think that would injure anybody. Yeah, for sure.
And where were you, just to be clear, where were you when you received the message from Amber asking you to come over to Penthouse 3?
In either P5, PH5, or PH1.
You weren't already
I
in
can't
Penthouse
remember the
3
penthouse.
when
There's
you
too
got
many
that text?
penthouses.
No.
I can't
to the
recall.
extent that there are allegations that you were lying in wait in Penthouse 3 before Johnny walked into that penthouse. How do you respond to those?
That is not true.
I will also represent to you, Ms. Pennington, that Mr. Depp's lawyer has been quoted as saying, quote, Amber Heard and her friend Rocky Pennington staged the May 21 crime scene to prove the abuse allegation against Johnny Depp. Is that statement true?
No.
Did
Lies.
you stage anything
Liar.
about May 21st, 2016?
No.
Did Amber stage anything, to your knowledge, about May 21st, 2016?
No.
It's a weird cut.
Describe
A
for
weird
us
cut.
the damage
That's a
that
weird
you
cut.
observed Mr. Depp cause
I'm suspicious.
to the penthouses.
That was
the
a weird cut.
Penthouse 3.
In 3, stuff had been knocked off the kitchen counter.
Objection.
Stuff had been knocked off a bar cart.
Hydrate.
By whom?
Hello, Stalin.
By Johnny. I saw this happen on his way out. He was smashing stuff
With what?
with a wine bottle.
What other damage can you remember Mr. Depp causing?
In the hallway, there was wine splash spilled in the hallway. There was a dent on the outside of PH1's door.
Doing
front
okay.
door.
I'm tired. I don't want to work.
And then in
but otherwise good.
PH5, where we had been getting stuff ready for my craft fair.
Your craft fair.
My jewelry and materials had been thrown against the wall, and everything that was on the table was like strewn off of the table, thrown down.
I'd like to go through with you some photographs of the incident that we talked about. So can you pull up May 21st, 2016, ALH 7051, please? And while he's pulling that up, Ms. Pennington, did you or either yourself or anyone else take photographs in the aftermath of this incident?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who took photographs?
Here's a picture of stuff on the couch. Last time I checked, a wine bottle can't smash anything.
Josh Drew.
What?
That's the only person that I can say for sure.
Were you with Mr. Drew when he was taking photographs?
Is that a lamp? I don't know what that is. Like the base of a lamp, maybe? Lamp stand?
I can't remember.
Yeah, maybe. Why would they do that?
Did you go through the penthouses to see where the damage has been done?
Eventually.
Eventually? Oh
Ms.
my
Pennington,
God.
what is this a picture of, if you know?
This
Like
is a
a
picture of the living room in PH5.
I'm crying.
With
it's just the damage.
Back corner of the sofa.
I
It
remember
has the
everything.
beads that I had been working on, and the stand
My
that I
jewelry.
used to display them, thrown to the wall. Some of the beads are on.
Thrown to the wall.
The stand is broken.
Oh, is that like that's the jewelry stand?
And did you, does this fairly and accurately reflect damage that you saw to Penthouse 5 on May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
Exhibit 30 is up.
What is this a picture of, if you know?
They don't look broken.
This is a picture of
They look taken down.
Johnny and Amber's bedroom bed in PH3. It has several photos, framed photos, stacked on it.
And do those photos appear to be intact?
Yeah.
These do, yes.
In your experience, did those photos normally sit on the bed?
No.
Does this, did you witness, well, was this part of the aftermath of what Mr. Depp did in Penthouse 3?
I didn't see him take these down, but they were not down before he came over.
Does it fairly and accurately depict?
I didn't see him take them down, but I know he did
May
it.
21st, 2016.
He did it.
I didn't see this happen, but I did see this scenario.
You saw the pictures. That's my question. Does this fairly and accurately depict something that you personally saw on May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
All right, let's pull up 7053, please. So my question, Ms. Pennington, will be, what is this a picture of?
Is that stairs? Yeah, it's stairs. It's like a landing.
Can the info thing move off to the side?
You know, no, I don't. Not in this version of the pictures. So I apologize for that. If you need it zoomed in or out.
It's the landing of one of the staircases.
And what do you see on the picture?
It's broken glass and something spilled on the landing of one of the staircases. I can't tell if it's P3 or P5.
Okay. Does this picture fairly and accurately depict something that you observed on the night of May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
Did you ever know Miss Heard to smash glasses on staircases?
No.
What about not on
Find that question
staircases?
vague and ambiguous, Miss Pennington?
Shit.
No.
Exhibit 32 is up.
What is this a picture of, Miss Pennington?
These are
Stairs.
appearing
Good
in
job.
the same staircase with broken glass on them.
Can we get a
Does
different
this
witness,
picture
please?
fairly and accurately depict something that you personally observed the night of May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
33 is up.
What is this a picture of, Miss Pennington?
A
This is
rug.
a picture of the floor mat in front of the doors that would lead out to the balcony of PH3, and it has a broken, looks like top of a martini glass on it.
Okay.
Very specific.
Did you see this glass or material around this being broken on the evening of May 21st, 2016?
I agree, Tempest.
And who broke this glass?
Give us someone else. Anybody.
Johnny did.
Anybody
And
else,
does this photo fairly accurately
please.
depict something that you observed after Mr. Depp left Penthouse 3 on May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
Exhibit 34 is up.
What is this a picture of, Ms.
A
Pennington?
rug. I'd take a talking
the-
shoe.
Space between the cabinets in the refrigerator and the kitchen islands.
Notice that.
It has a rug on it, and it has a fruit
Leave it to
basket
Amber's team
and
and friends to
fruit
suck the fun
on
out of
the
everything,
ground.
right?
And do you know who knocked that fruit on the ground?
Can we at least get like
Who?
the cool lawyer talking to her?
Does this
Can we at
fairly
least
accurately
get that?
depict, damage that you saw on May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
Exhibit 35 is up.
Thank you. What is this a picture of, Miss Pennington?
This is the landing
A mess.
of PH5 that Amber's office was set up on.
You're gonna throw some fruit on the ground.
And this is her desk and her files. And
Careful, then you might get charged with
boxes
abuse.
have been outturned.
I'd be
There's
careful.
Papers all over the floor,
And is this how Miss Heard normally kept her office area?
no.
Does this fairly and accurately depict damage that you observed on May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
36 is up.
Is this that same office area?
Oh yeah, toddlers. Yeah, they're the
And
Yeah, you
is
gotta
this,
watch 'em.
An accurate
Abusive
depiction of
little
what you observed
fuckers.
on May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
37 is up.
There should be a toddler prison.
What is this a picture of, Miss Pennington?
This is a picture of
I feel very strongly about this.
photos on the column and staircase leading up to Amber's
You've been told the
office.
cheeseburgers are
Top
pretty good in the
photo
local jail?
is a group photo
Interesting.
of Savannah, Whitney, Io.
It's a broken
myself,
picture.
Amber,
Yeah, we get it.
Aaron,
Big
Brittany,
whoop.
Morgan. The
Big
we were
whoop-de-doo.
in London. The glass is smashed. The bottom
Smash.
photo is a photo of Amber and me in France.
Does this photo fairly and accurately depict damage that you observed on May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
38 is up.
There it is. The proof. There is the proof of everything.
What is this a picture of?
The trial's over.
Picture of a large bottle of wine on the floor.
It's over.
May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
Is this the bottle he was swinging?
The sandpaper bottle.
You know?
I don't know.
Wait.
But it accurately depicts something you observed on May 21st, 2016.
Are you talking about the incident where the bottle penetrated something?
Did you?
Is that what you're talking about?
Did you notice, you or Miss Heard?
I think that was a separate occasion.
Wine in penthouses that night in order to stage damage.
That was like during Australia, when they were in Australia.
And by what is this a picture of? I meant the whole scene.
Oh.
Soka.
Oh, it's a picture on the floor.
There's a picture on the floor.
Do you know what penthouse that is in?
Can you zoom out again, please? Three.
Do you know who knocked this picture on the floor?
I didn't see it knocked down.
Oh my god.
Did
I don't know if it's that significant.
other than Mr. Depp, did you see anyone causing any damage or knocking anything down?
I don't know. That's
21st, 2016.
that'd be kind of depressing, really. What are you supposed to do with that?
Knocking things down.
It's too much. What are you supposed to do?
This picture fairly and accurately describes something that you observed on May 21st, 2016.
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe? Did you see any injuries on Amber on May 21st, 2016?
Why are you thinking about it so hard?
Just a swollen, like red swollen cheek.
Let's pull up the May 21st, 2016 ALH 7077, please. And while he's doing that, did you, I know we talked about pictures of damage in the penthouses. Did you take pictures of Miss Heard that evening?
That looks like that looks like blush.
Objection!
Jesus.
I don't remember if it was me or Josh.
Were you present when?
Yeah,
pictures were
yeah,
taken of
you'd
Miss
be a
Heard
mess.
On May 21st, 2016.
Yes.
Does this picture fairly and accurately reflect observations you made of Miss Heard on May 21st, 2016?
Lower back pain for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
That's like constantly carrying around like one of
What is
those,
this picture, Miss Pennington?
what are they called? Kettlebells or whatever? Like a 10-pound kettlebell.
Is Amber's face. It's red.
What if his leg is taken out?
Cheek and eye is.
Yeah, that's
more red
makeup.
And swollen. Her right. Mine left.
That doesn't
Does
look real.
this fairly and accurately depict Miss Heard's condition that you observed that evening?
Yes.
Can you pull up 7083, please? What is this picture of?
These pictures.
It is Amber's face turned at a slight profile. Her eye is red and bruised. The side, the side brow, temple, and cheekbone.
Does this fairly and accurately depict Miss Heard's condition that you witnessed on May 21st, 2016?
Yes.
And were you present?
This
when
is a picture
police
of a
arrived?
lying hoe. Accurate.
Yes.
What were there 2 sets of police officers?
Yes.
And what penthouse did they come in?
Penthouse 3 both times.
How close were you to the police officer?
In the same room.
Okay. Could you see damage that he had caused while you were standing there when the police officers were present?
Yes.
Did you ever hear Miss Heard say, express any financial motivations for wanting to remain in this relationship with Mr. Depp?
No.
Did Miss Heard ever express that if she went public against with what happened on
But like,
May
sure, she
21st,
isn't lying right
2016,
now,
that she
right?
stood to
Wouldn't her
gain
lying right now
financially
mean
from
she'd go
doing
to
so?
prison? Well, I mean, they basically caught Amber in the middle of lying on the stand, and I don't understand. I feel like lying on the stand is like made out to be such a big deal, but then I feel like it happens all the time and nobody gets in trouble. You know? I don't understand that.
Now, at some point after May 21st, 2016, Miss Heard filed for divorce from Mr. Depp, right?
Correct.
And at some point she filed for domestic violence.
Echo, did I miss
restraining
your
order
moth?
against
I
him.
think I missed your moth.
Is that right?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
And I'm gonna come back to that line of questioning in a second, but before I forget, you mentioned Jerry and Sean Beck.
Yell at me next time.
Right?
Be like, damn it,
Was there a
Prisma. Pay
space
attention.
in the floor of the ECB.
Do
where
your
they would
job.
Wait for Mr. Depp when he was in one of the penthouses.
Yes.
And what was that space?
It is crooked.
We called it the guard shack, and it was a vestibule separate from the penthouses, except that a door from the vestibule
Where'd it go?
also connected to the door.
Where'd it go?
Of the patio.
I lost it.
Of PH5.
Oh, wait, there it is.
Was
Whoa.
the
Oh.
Okay. Was it
Wait.
If someone were in the vestibule or the guard shack, as you called it, would they have seen you go into penthouse 3 when Amber requested that you do so?
No.
Too late. It's too late.
Did you see Jerry or Sean or any security guards when you entered penthouse 3 that evening?
No.
Okay. Going back to the domestic violence restraining order, did you accompany Miss Heard to court when she got that order?
Yes.
I'd like you to pull up, please, May 2016, Court, Pennington, 1292,
There you go.
please. And while he's doing
You
that,
can give me another 10 months.
do you know if Miss Heard wore any makeup?
They're on
that
cool
morning?
down. I mean, wait, how many is it? 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. Hi, Doit.
I don't remember.
Look at
seeing
that
her
face
put
she's
on
making.
makeup.
Was that rare for Miss Heard not to wear makeup?
Yes.
What is this a picture of?
This is Amber and Jody, her publicist, sitting on the bench in the hallway waiting room of the courthouse.
When?
The day that the restraining order was filed.
No, I cannot Tempest.
Do you see any injuries on Miss Heard?
Impossible. Gotta make Coon proud. I need to add that effect I was talking about yesterday.
On her cheek bone, right cheekbone is bruise.
And how long after May 21st was this, approximately?
I don't know. I don't remember.
A matter of days, weeks?
Let's see if I can recreate that.
Less than a week.
Did you ever see any makeup artist paint on this bruise? Put a fake bruise on Miss Heard's face?
No.
Can you
I did it.
pull up Pennington 1295, please? And before we do, does this picture fairly and accurately depict
I did
Miss
it.
Heard's condition the morning or the day she applied for the domestic violence restraining order?
Free the bongo moth.
Yes.
Do you know whether you took this picture?
To the
Okay,
best
that
of
is
my
distracting.
recollection, I took that.
I do like to, sometimes I do
And I'm going to
this.
ask you the same thing about this next picture, 1295.
Which I do like that because now it looks like he's flying.
To the best of my recollection, I took that.
He's like trying to land on
Does
my
that
hair.
fairly and accurately depict Miss Heard's condition on that morning?
Yes.
46 is up.
He's flying with his little bongo arms.
What is that a picture of?
A pimple.
It is Amber at a slate profile in the same
pimple.
courthouse room.
Sir, that is a pimple.
Her hair is behind her ear. You can see a picture of a bruise on her cheekbone. She looks like a skeleton.
She needs a cheeseburger.
Did you take this picture?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Based on your personal knowledge, is there any truth to the allegation that Amber did this because she's, quote, a gold digger?
No.
Ms. Pennington, you came to understand at some point.
Ain't nothing but a gold
well,
digger.
At some point, did you learn that Mr. Depp had lost the tip of his finger in Australia?
Yes.
And what is that other way that you learned that Mr. Depp had cut the tip of his finger off?
He showed it to me.
In addition to showing you, how did you learn from Mr. Depp that he had cut off the tip of his own finger?
He told me.
She needs a cheeseburger.
What did he tell you?
Said, I don't remember how he said he cut the tip of his finger off, but
I still don't know. I
Well,
still am not
discussing
sure
it,
or clear. Did it come off as like an accident?
also had a very small
Like
injury
whenever
to my finger.
I thought
and I continued to.
I heard Amber threw a bottle at him and that's how it got cut off.
How he told me.
But I'm not sure if that's what happened or if Johnny cut it off because
But you remember that.
I thought I heard some. I don't know.
Ms. Pennington, I'll finish where we started, which is
Yeah, but I thought I heard Johnny say something that sound. I don't think he said it directly, but it sounded like he cut his finger off or something. I don't know. I don't know what's
I really
true.
appreciate you, you being here today.
Like, I
and
don't-
talking about these. I know it was tough and it was emotional at times.
I mean, obviously, I don't believe Amber in anything, but I thought Johnny
is there anything
said at
that
least
you
at one
changed
point that he cut it
any
off
of the testimony
himself.
you've given today
I could
or
be wrong though.
previously about any of these events?
No.
Yeah, maybe I got it mixed up.
And you've done your best every time you've testified about this to tell the full truth about everything that you know, everything that you saw, everything that you heard, everything that you've observed, right?
I have done the very best to tell
The very
absolute
best.
truth. Exactly as I remember it.
Hey, Barth.
At all of the points of time.
You guys might hear a strange sound
Yes, sir. Your next witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
because I'm finally adding I'm adding an effect to redeem. You might hear a strange sound. Don't I'm
Just to discuss a couple exhibits.
And that's by deposition, is that correct?
don't
by deposition.
just don't question it, okay? Oh my Tempest. Tempest! Hush. No. It is not that. But you guys might think it sounds like somebody peeing. It's not me peeing, I promised. I promise. Don't think that. Oh wait, I can't actually do it in studio mode. Well, poop! Okay, well I can just go to a different mode. Okay. Is they're doing that. Where's all my shit? Where's all my stuff? Is this taking a minute to load? Where's all my stuff? Hello? The fuck? Did I break it? Did I break OBS? What happened? Yeah, only bug and popcorn. Everything. Oh, I know what happened. There we go. I know what happened. Okay, so it's not attached to the redeem yet. What was that? It's I'm gonna add that to the hydrate redeem. I think Coom will like it. Let's see. Add action. Commands, OBS. Is it source visibility? Toggle. Streamer bot. How many seconds was that? Like maybe see, we'll see what like 5 seconds of it looks like. Okay. Set action. Save. Okay, theoretically, it's you know, I avoided it for a long time, Echo, but how do I what do I need to fix about it, Barth? It cuts too soon. I should make it longer.
Are you sure about that?
You think I need to make it like a second longer? Okay, I added a little bit more time to it. Let's test the hydrate now. Let's see. How does it look? Does it work? I need to move it over.
Are we ready? Not quite? Okay.
Perfect.
Yes, Your Honor.
I just need to move it over. Let me move it over.
Ms. Hurd calls Joshua.
There you go.
Chef? Not anymore. What, if any?
You sure that's a hydrate, even not a bathroom break?
I have my associate's of science in culinary arts.
And from what institution?
Johnson and Wales University.
Did you receive a degree from there?
I did.
In what year?
That would have been 2003.
Who is Raquel Rose Pennington?
My ex-wife.
Because I want to be respectful, how should I refer to her? Ms. Pennington, Rocky, or Raquel?
Rocky or Raquel is perfectly fine.
Okay.
Should I make the water stop? Well, it's gonna be kind of hard
When did you
to.
start dating Rocky?
That would have been June of.
Should probably just make it go the whole screen.
2014.
And did there come a time when you became engaged to Rocky?
Correct.
When was that?
No idea.
In
No, never let us.
summer
Just the whole
of
stream.
2015. Yeah, I believe.
Do you recall when you were divorced from Rocky?
Officially September 24th of last year. We separated officially October of the previous year.
When did you first meet Amber Heard?
Probably about 3 or 4 weeks after Raquel and I had started dating, very early on.
When did you first meet Johnny Depp?
Shortly after I met Amber, I want to say, if memory serves, about 5 or 6 weeks after Raquel and I started dating.
Again, I understand it was a long time ago, but do you recall under what circumstances you met him?
Funny enough, I actually do very clearly.
Very
I
clearly.
had come over under the auspice of what was called Family Movie Night, and it was Amber and Johnny and Jack. I honestly don't remember whether Lily Rose was there. She might have come later at a certain point. And it was just us in their
Until the
apartment
whole screen is
eating
just
burgers
water
and
pouring.
watching movies.
Since that time, on how many occasions have you seen and interacted with Johnny Depp from that very first time on movie night?
I couldn't even speculate the number of. It's not that it was infrequent so much as it was sporadic and honestly for a large portion of it fairly casual. Not the kind of thing where you would just count the number of times. It was regular interactions over various periods of time.
Well, your counsel is not going to let you speculate. But I'm going to ask you to get a range. Is it more than 10 times?
Yes.
More than 50 times?
Yes.
From the time that you first met Mr. Depp on movie night until this very moment sitting here today, have you ever seen Mr. Depp strike Amber Heard?
No.
Have you ever seen him throw a telephone at her?
No.
Beta cuck like Jack? What?
Seen him hit her with a fist?
Were you talking about Jack Jokers?
Have you ever lived at a building located at 849 South Broadway in Los Angeles known as the Eastern Columbia Building?
Correct.
Did you live in the condo known as Penthouse 1?
Correct.
The guys from yesterday. Oh, was that his name?
Raquel Pennington.
I was like, wait, you're not talking about Jack.
Did you live in Penthouse 1 with Rocky Pennington?
The only Jack I knew of.
Again, my memory is a little bit foggy of exact.
Yeah, oh, that
dates.
was his name. I didn't catch his name.
Man.
His name wasn't worth
You'll
me
have to bear with
catching.
me a minute here. So while I was a frequent guest, I didn't actually live there until I want to say about October or November of 2015.
It sounds like Johnny was just letting people live in his penthouses, all cool like.
Yes.
Did Ms. Pennington move into Penthouse 1 in or about June of 2014?
I couldn't tell you with any specificity, but I believe it's around that time frame.
Who owned
Specificity?
Penthouse 1 at the time?
Johnny Depp.
While you and Rocky lived together in Penthouse 1, did you or she have a key that allowed you access to all of the penthouses on that floor?
Everything except PH2, yes.
At the time, did Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard live together in PH3?
Sporadically, yes.
The key to which you and Rocky had access allowed either of you to enter PH3, correct?
Correct.
Who was in PH5 at the time?
Nobody. Nobody lived in PH5 for the entirety of our time there.
Did you or Rocky ever pay Mr. Depp any rent to live in PH1?
Offered and refused.
Did you consider the refusal?
That looks like one of those like 80s family photo shoot backgrounds. That's what it looks like.
Is Mr. Depp generally generous to his friends?
Yes.
Is he generous to people generally?
Like any abuser would do, invite people over so they can witness him abusing his wife.
Yes.
Would your key
Makes
have opened
sense.
Penthouse 5?
Yes.
When you and Rocky were living here in Penthouse 1,
Wow. It sounds like Johnny was just a cool guy.
security personnel standing outside the door of Penthouse 3 when Mr. Depp was in Penthouse 3?
Yeah, oh, that's it, Echo.
Did you
Yeah.
ever see the security personnel standing outside of his door?
On very
Yes.
rare occasion. Normally they were in a storage room off to the side of PH5.
Moving aside from Mr. Bett and Mr. Judge, while you stayed at the East Columbia building,
Only
did you
digital
come
copies.
to
I want
know
like the
any
real
of the
copies.
employees
I want the real ones
Casually.
for my bookshelf.
Who is Trinity Esparza?
She was one of the front desk people.
Did you have communications with her?
In the course of living there, yes.
Did you find her to be pleasant?
No.
No.
How was she unpleasant?
She was not particularly polite or accommodating to me or Raquel or any of Amber's friends. I wasn't there specifically.
Wait, who
but I
wasn't
heard
polite?
Similar things from Amber and her interactions with her as well throughout the course of our time there.
While you lived in Penthouse 1, did you have the opportunity to interact often with Amber Heard?
Yes.
Did you and Rocky see Miss Heard frequently?
Yes.
Did you ever see her drinking alcohol?
Yes.
Did you ever see her drink to excess?
Yes.
Did you observe Amber Heard during her wedding to Mr. Depp at the Bahamas?
Yes.
His eyebrows are
Was she
intimidating.
intoxicated at any time during the wedding weekend?
Yes. As were we all.
Did you ever
As were we
hear
all.
at any time Amber Heard yell at Mr. Depp?
Yes.
On how many occasions?
I couldn't tell you the number of occasions.
Did you ever see her strike Mr. Depp?
No.
Have
These eyebrows.
you and Rocky ever discussed the relationship between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp?
Yes.
Yes.
On how many occasions?
Honestly, probably hundreds, if not thousands.
Hundreds, if not
Mr.
thousands.
Drew,
Oh my
moving
God.
To April 21, 2016, do you recall that there was to have been a birthday celebration that night?
Yes.
Was that Amber Heard's birthday?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you recall which birthday it was for her? How old
Thousands.
30th. I catered it.
You catered it.
What do you recall about that evening?
I recall it was held in PH5.
Penthouse 5.
Johnny was hours late.
Hours. Late.
And Amber spent the better part of the evening making excuses for him. And he came very obviously intoxicated.
He was drunk.
And put on a show for everybody. And when the party was over, or we left, cleaned up, and the next morning we heard about what had transpired after the fact.
So Johnny was supposed to have attended the dinner, correct?
Correct.
And at what time did the dinner begin?
I don't recall.
You and Rocky were guests at the dinner?
Correct.
Who else was invited to the dinner?
Who was there?
Again, you'll have to forgive me. It was quite some time ago. I remember Amber's friend Brandon being there. Amber's friend Iggy, a rabbi. I want to say that Whitney was there as well. To be very honest, I can't say with specificity whom else was there.
Specificity.
When you say Whitney, are you referring to Whitney Hurd?
Correct.
Is Whitney Hurd Amber's younger sister?
Correct.
Putting aside the state or condition in which Johnny arrived, do you recall sitting here today approximately when Johnny arrived?
Oh yeah, probably.
I really couldn't tell you with any specificity, but I can say it was
Specificity.
quite a few hours after the party had started.
Did he provide any excuse or explanation to the group as to why he was late?
Objection!
Putting aside Mr. Depp's intake of alcohol that evening, had Miss Hurd been drinking before Mr. Depp arrived?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know how much?
Couldn't tell
Yes.
Did she seem intoxicated?
Yes.
At any time during the evening?
Yes.
you. Yes.
Did you see Amber Hurd the next morning, April 22nd, 2016?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Did you notice any marks on her face or elsewhere that morning?
Yes.
I don't recall.
No. Oh.
That morning, April 22nd,
They weren't noticeable.
you and Ms. Pennington and Amber Hurd drive together to Coachella.
Yes.
They did.
Did you say Coachella?
Are you still in contact with Amber Hurd?
Sporadically.
Yes.
And just to be clear,
Yes.
and I'm sorry to jump around, when you say
Yes.
strike that, are you say sporadically? How frequently you're in contact with her?
Yes.
We didn't speak for about 2 years following my divorce, and she reached out to me to make amends about, I want to say about 2 months ago, if memory serves.
Oh, so you can testify.
When you said you don't recall seeing marks on the morning of April 22nd, is that because you didn't see any marks on Miss Hurd, or you didn't see her at all that morning?
Yes.
I honestly don't recall the state of her the next morning. If memory serves, it was, but that the girls were hustling to get everything together to go.
Perhaps,
out to the
Echo.
show. So it was pretty frantic.
Perhaps.
I couldn't say with any specificity whether I
Specificity.
interacted with her that morning before
We
the
need a
party.
counter for
And Mr.
specificity.
Drew, you said that Ms. Hurd reached out to you. When did she reach out to you?
Sometime in the last 2 months.
What did she say when she reached out to you?
Lie for me.
To paraphrase, it was something akin to letting me know that, her and Raquel hadn't spoken in some time, and to tell me that she loved me and that she missed me, and she just
Oh,
wanted to
she loved you.
make amends.
Yeah.
And,
I
reconnect.
see. I see.
Did she mention anything about this lawsuit?
Not in the initial interaction.
Of course not. Of course she's not going to bring it up at first.
In this initial interaction.
But that was her intention.
I didn't for some time. I think I waited about a week and a half before I responded, and before I could, I did get a note from her letting me know that she had tried to keep me out of it, but more than likely people were going to be contacting me either about being deposed or for a statement of some kind. There was nothing explicit about whom it would be coming from, whether it was from Johnny's side or from her side, only that somebody would more than likely be reaching out to me.
And when you had a glass of wine, again, only lawyers remember these things, but do you recall approximately when you had a glass of wine with her?
Probably about 5 or 6 weeks ago. No, I'm sorry. It would be longer than that. Probably about 2 months ago.
Mr. Drew, let's please change.
I can't stop yawning. Fix me.
The evening of May 21, 2016, which you had referenced previously. Was Mr. Depp at the condo at the East Columbia building that day prior to the evening?
Not to my knowledge.
Did
Yes.
you see him arriving at the condo that night?
No.
Did you see Mr. Bett and Mr. Judge that evening?
Yes.
When did
Yes.
you first see them?
I saw them when he ordered them to open the door to PH5 following the incident.
Penthouse 5. It's weird. I don't like the PH5. Why? Just call it penthouse. It's the same. It's the same syllables. Penthouse. PH.
Somewhere outside
Penthouse.
the door of
Pent-
PH3?
Penthouse.
Do you know whether she received a text from
Penthouse.
Amber Heard at
It's like, it's
8:06
not
p.m.?
harder to
I
say.
can't certify the time, but the text message itself and the receipt, yes.
Were you with Rocky when she received that text?
Yes.
Yes.
Wasn't she already in Penthouse 3 as of 8:06 p.m.?
When she received the text, she was not in Penthouse 3. She was in Penthouse 5 with me. But again, I can't.
It's not,
I can't
yeah,
recall with
it's
specificity
not harder
the
to
exact
say.
time of these events.
Any time, including that night, did you ever see Mr. Depp strike Rocky Pennington?
No.
That evening, did you see Mr. Depp?
Oh, are they
smash
trying to say
bottles
he
of
hit
wine?
her too?
No.
Did you see him break furniture?
No.
Look at
Did you
look
see
at
him
Johnny's
kick
forehead.
through a solid door?
No.
His bun. His
you
man
recall
bun. Let's zoom in.
When
Enhance.
Mr. Depp, Mr. Bett, and Mr. Judge left the building that night?
If we're presuming that that text was received from Raquel
Oh.
at 8:06, they had left the building
Look at that
within
nose.
30 minutes, to my recollection.
So it would be approximately sometime around 8:30, 8:29?
Thereabouts, but I don't recall specifically.
What else do you remember about the events of the evening of May 21?
I mean, I can tell you contemporaneously from the start if there's something specific you'd like me to expound on.
There was poo on the screen. I know, it was blonde. Blonde
My
poo.
understanding, it was the name of the Latina officer
very large.
that first responded with her partner.
Definitely not Yorkie sized.
When did she arrive at the scene, if you recall?
Vaguely, I remember them arriving about 45 minutes to an hour after Johnny had left. But again, exact times I'm a little foggy.
Going back to
Chair squeak.
the Latina officer, was there another officer with her?
Get some
there was a bald
WD-40.
gentleman, white,
With which officer, if any, did you speak that night?
both.
Oh.
What do you say to them, if you recall?
When they arrived, I greeted them at the door. I walked them through PH3 to show them the damage,
Penthouse
show them
3.
the broken glass. They had already walked through the hallway over the gigantic wine stain throughout the entire hallway.
Gigantic
I took
wine
them through
stain.
PH3, like I said, to
Stain.
show them the damage. I took them back out of the hallway.
Stain.
Showed them the dent in the door shaped like the bottom of a wine bottle. in
Gigantic
PH1.
wine stain
Took them into
through the
PH5
whole
to see,
hallway.
broken picture frames, smashed glass.
How do you have
Raquel's
your
jewelry,
hair?
Things like that
What?
strewn about the apartment. And then I brought them back to
do you
PH3.
mean?
At which point they separated. The
It grows.
Latino officer pulled Amber aside specifically to speak to her one-on-one.
That's how I have hair.
The door was closed. I was outside with the other officer. So I can't say with any specificity what happened inside. I don't know whether anybody was in earshot. I don't know whether everybody else was around. They told me specifically it was one-on-one. And I was outside the door with the male officer. And specifically my communication with him was
Green is how you
asking
have yours.
what, if anything, could be done.
Style.
Because we were obviously upset. And his comment to me specifically
what?
was, there's damage in these apartments. Her face is red.
What?
If she wants
can't
to file
see
a
it?
report, we have enough here to go pick him up.
Look at my twin tails.
Amber.
That's correct. And I've affirmed it to everybody that I've spoken to. I've been explicit about that.
And you've never seen Johnny hit any woman?
Correct.
Look
Do
at
you
my hair.
recall having a conversation
Brushed.
with Rocky and Amber after
Totally.
Mr.
100%.
Depp and his security personnel left the building, but before Officer Science and Officer Haddon arrived?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
You'll have to forgive me again. My memory of the exact sequence of events,
Say the word.
that transpired after all
Say
this
the word.
is a little foggy. If memory serves,
Say the S word.
Amber was damn near catatonic after all this. We had gotten her into PH1 so we could deadbolt the door and keep her safe until he left. A few minutes thereafter, I had gotten a little bit of a rundown from Raquel over what had transpired. Raquel got her to call her lawyer, Samantha Spector, to find out what to do. And if memory serves, Samantha's recommendation was that we immediately put together a contemporaneous, matter-of-fact statement together of what had transpired that night. And that ultimately was up to Amber.
And then they made sure to set everything up to make
the police or
Johnny look bad.
whatever it may be.
Are you aware that
Which I don't know if they even did that, but we already know that he breaks things. We already know that.
to them?
No.
Did Amber file a complaint that night?
No.
Did
But
the
that
police
doesn't
arrest
that doesn't
Depp?
prove abuse.
Did they issue a warrant?
Yeah, he owns 5 of those 5 penthouses.
Mr. Drew, let's turn for the moment
And they're just
22nd,
you know,
2006.
he's just letting people live there.
Did you see Ms.
Like a
Heard
bro.
at all that day?
Yes.
When did you see her?
And they're fucking him
At
over.
various points throughout the day. If memory serves, Raquel had committed to a jewelry show somewhere.
Pledged?
I want to say it was downtown. I might be mistaken. It might have been out in Venice.
She
somewhere
pledged
in
to
Los
a jewelry
Angeles.
show.
So she was out most of the day. So I cleared my schedule to be able to be there should Amber need anything. If memory serves, either her attorney or somebody in her group had a friend come over with a locksmith to change the locks just to be safe. And I was there to make sure that happened, and just like I said, be there for Amber should she need anything, just so she wasn't alone.
When you
Right?
saw
Yeah, I
Amber
definitely wouldn't
on
accuse you of abuse.
May 22nd, you don't know whether it was.
I wouldn't also try to put my shit in the penthouse that you live in, saying I don't have enough
It was
room.
sporadic throughout the day. I think it was some point late morning and throughout the afternoon.
I wouldn't want to like use your other spaces for jewelry.
To be very honest with you, I don't actually remember which side of her face it was, but I do distinctly remember there being a red mark and a small bruise on her cheekbone, and red marks just above her eyebrow and to the right side, or to the side of her eyebrow.
Did you see any swelling?
A little bit.
Can you remember anything else? Did you see marks anywhere else other than the ones you've described?
No.
Did you ever notice anyone visiting Amber Heard at night while Mr. Depp was away?
Oh,
During the time that I was living there.
Yes.
she have any lovers?
On how many occasions?
How much of a whore was she?
Was it more than 10?
Yes.
Was it more than 20?
Yes.
Was it more than 30?
Yes.
Was it more than 50?
Again, I can't really speculate. I was there for quite some time.
When did that first occur?
How many different people?
I mean, I'm not
it?
privy to her comings and goings, and she had other friends than us that were coming to see her. So,
And again, to be specific, I'm just talking about visitors at night when Mr. Depp was away.
again, I can't say with any specificity.
He
When
said
did
it.
that first happen that you were aware of?
Specificity.
I mean, I would say pretty early on, but again, there's no context to it. The other consideration that I would say is that the hallway between all of these penthouses was public right-of-way going to the pool. So my understanding of people coming and going, it might have been the public, it might have been residents, or I'm sorry, not public, it might have been residents in the building. I can't really say with any specificity.
Who was Elon Musk?
Who is Elon
A
Musk?
gentleman that Amber dated intermittently following the restraining order.
When did can you recognize Elon Musk?
Smegnificity.
When did you first see Elon Musk at Penthouse 3?
I'm a little, again, I'm not quite clear exactly, but I want to say it was
Oh, did he
about
really do that?
3 or
He
4
bought everybody
weeks
clothes?
after,
Yeah, it sounds like Johnny was just like super giving and nice.
While
You know, it sounded like he had a drinking problem.
Yes.
After May
But
22nd,
that doesn't, that's not abuse.
Did you ever see any marks on Ms. Heard?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Would you please describe, as far as you can remember, what cleanup efforts were undertaken and by whom?
Well, myself. In Penthouse 3, there was a number of pieces of broken glass.
Have you been wearing glasses
and
this whole time?
Counters and the floor in the kitchen. Only in the kitchen.
Did he just now put on his glasses?
In the hallway outside of the penthouses was quite a bit of spilled wine. I don't believe we dealt with that at all. And then in PH5, all of Raquel's
He spilled wine.
things have been strewed
Arrest
out,
him.
pretty dramatically. So we did our best to
Arrest
sort of
him.
put that
He
back
spilled the
together,
wine.
pack everything back up. And there were, things like piles of books and picture frames were broken, or piles of books were strewn about. And
There were
picture
books.
frames were broken and things
There
like that.
were
We just picked the
books.
glass up off the
Arrest
floor so
him.
the dogs didn't get hurt, and I think we left everything else for the time being.
Did you actually see who strewn about? That's not the right verb. But did you actually
There was a
see the
PlayStation
person
5. Arrest
threw
him.
clothes around?
I didn't witness firsthand any destruction of any kind.
Are you aware that Ms. Heard alleged that Mr. Depp hit her on or about December 15th?
Yeah, punny.
Yes.
Yeah.
What, if anything, do you know about that incident?
He has his own. He has his own island.
That is,
If I had my own island,
Raquel
I'd
and I had come back
I'd
to the
probably be
penthouses,
chilling on my island
from where I don't recall specifically. Sometime I want to say late afternoon,
like
early
most of the
evening.
time. I would just I would
Raquel
live
was
on my
supposed
island.
To meet with
I want
Amber
an
as soon
island.
as they came back. Amber had not been responding to her text messages for some time, so we let ourselves into PH3 together to go check on her and make sure everything was okay. When we came in, the kitchen was completely, I wouldn't say it's trashed, but it was out of order enough for something to be off. And then when we turned the corner on the section of counter next to the kitchen sink, there was something written on the counter, and I don't know, I can't remember what material it was.
Ask your
To be
doctor
honest,
if
I
they
can't
actually
recall
got you being
exactly what was written. It was something very, very weird, like all was such a fraud or something
What?
akin to that.
What was weird?
You never saw Mr. Depp strike Amber Heard on or about December 15, 2015, correct?
Correct.
You didn't see it, but he did
Did you
it.
see her?
I know it was
Did you
him.
see Miss Heard that night?
Yes.
Did you
Yes,
notice any bruising or
People.
other signs of
Yeah,
injury?
people
Yes,
can
pretty
just
significant.
cause problems.
What did you
sometimes.
observe?
I noticed specifically she had pretty significant bruising on the inside of both eye sockets, kind of extending down the bridge of her nose and her forehead.
Allergies.
But you have no first-hand knowledge of how that injury occurred.
That's correct.
Bad
Are you aware that she
allergies.
made Amber Heard made a television
If
appearance the
you
next
or a
day?
loved
Yes.
one suffers from
Do you ever
actor gotcha
see
game
Mr. Depp,
addiction,
take
please
drugs,
seek
either
help at
prescription drugs or,
gethelp.website.
Drugs that were not by prescription?
Yes.
How many times?
I can't speculate on the number of times.
Why is your heart racing
There
uncomfortably?
was some
What'd you
questions before
do?
where people were asking you about emphasizing.
You've been
how
fucking
many
with your
times.
potassium
Fair to say more
again?
than 10 times?
Yes.
Get your shit
Fair to say
straight.
more than 20 times?
Take care of
Yes.
yourself better.
To be very
Go
honest
sleep.
with you, he was also a very private person, and a lot of
What?
that behavior was done in private. I didn't.
Don't
witness it.
die. I'll kill you if you
Did you
die.
ever hear Mr. Depp
Go
yell
sleep.
at Ms. Heard?
Go to
Yes.
bed. Go away.
Can you tell
Get
me
outta here.
when you
Chew.
recall that and what happened?
I can't say with any specificity the number of times. There is one incident specifically that I do recall. Myself and Raquel were vacationing in France with the two of them. And
Oh God, I
they
can't stop
were-
yawning.
we were
I
staying
want to go to
separate in
bed.
separate houses, and the two of them were having a very, very loud argument with one another, screaming at each other that we could hear
Specificity.
through the walls.
How long do you recall approximately that?
Eat
yelling
bananas.
Lasted for?
I want to say that I witnessed personally, maybe 30 minutes.
Although I heard a better way to absorb potassium is to get the bananas and mash them all up, and then just
Yes.
rub them all over your body.
More than one?
Rub the mashed banana all over you,
Large?
and let it absorb through your skin.
Memory serves, yes.
December 15.
Please confirm with your doctor.
2015, Los Angeles, California, which is the next page. And you'll see in paragraph 23, in case it refreshes your recollection, there's a specific reference to Rocky.
Why?
What knowledge do you have about this incident?
And then video to Prisma.
Specifically,
please do not include any genitalia in the video.
late afternoon, early evening, it was myself and Raquel. Melanie was not present. Amber had not been responding to Raquel for some time. They were supposed to hang out, the three of them.
Just like alcohol tampons. Oh my god. Blech.
So we let ourselves into PH3.
Do people actually do that?
Make sure
That
everything
sounds
was okay. When we came inside,
dangerous.
the kitchen and the dining table were a mess. Like the kitchen island area, things were strewn about outside of the norm, and there was something written on the counter adjacent to the kitchen sink, like I stated previously, something like "all was such a fraud" or something in that vein. We realized something was off right away. Raquel told me to go back to our place and
That sounds dangerous.
booked it upstairs. I didn't hear from her for about 10-15 minutes, which I was obviously concerned about.
The incident you just testified about, you talked about the kitchen being, with Mr. Chu, about the kitchen being a mess.
Who torpedoes? Alcohol edition.
Okay. So I think you testified that when you came and you saw some writing in the kitchen. I've showed you a document which is a photograph.
Oh no, I need to.
That we've marked as
Shit.
G10.
Fuck.
And asked you if that's what you were referring to earlier.
Yes.
And did you come to learn
Such
Mr.
bullshit.
Drew, who had written
Why be a fraud?
language?
All is such
Is
bullshit.
this the kitchen counter?
It's the kitchen counter next to the kitchen sink.
And this is in the apartment of Ms. Hurd and Mr. Depp?
Who?
And did you come to learn who had written these words?
Oh,
on the kitchen counter?
I'm sure there'll be an objection to this response, but I knew it's his handwriting.
When you use the preposition his in that answer, you meant Mr. Depp?
Correct.
Yeah,
then
that sounds
why,
like something
and
nobody
you're saying
should
you
try.
recognized at the time
Nobody do
that
that.
it was his
Nobody
handwriting?
put an alcohol
How would you be able to
torpedo in your
recognize
hoo-hoo.
Mr. Depp's handwriting?
Don't do it.
He has a very
Don't die.
unique mode of penmanship.
And you had seen that mode of penmanship previously?
Many times.
Can you read what is
Hoo-hoo.
written on the
Hoo-hoo
countertop?
torpedoes.
Why be a fraud? All is such bullshit.
Is this, Drew 10, an accurate photograph of what you recall
Except
seeing that day?
bananas.
To my recollection.
No,
yes.
don't put bananas up your hoo-hoo either.
Was anything else written
Don't
on
do
the
that.
countertop?
That's how you get a
That I remember.
probably a yeast infection, dude. All that
When
sugar.
you saw these, when you came into
The
the
yeast is
apartment
just gonna nom 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 nom
and
nom
saw
nom.
the
nom.
mess in the kitchen and saw these words
grow.
written
And then you're gonna have a problem.
on the countertop,
It's too much.
were you concerned?
It's gonna
Immediately.
be
And what
uncomfortable.
were you concerned about?
That something very, very bad had happened.
Cucumber?
And that's in part because
Um,
you assumed immediately that Mr. Depp had written these words?
Yes.
Probably not a great
Have
idea
you
to
read
stick
this
any
record?
food
It
items
says,
up your
"Can-
hoo-hoo.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. That little kind of red thing
Use
there,
protection.
in the top right.
Generally,
corner
that
of the
is,
photograph.
yes.
Do you recall, is that a lipstick? Part of a lipstick?
It's radioactive.
At the time, did you have any idea of what this was written
Is
in?
it?
Do you recall?
What?
Looking at it, I can answer. I don't recall from the time, so I'm going to say no.
And I take it, Mr. Drew, you didn't take this photograph.
No.
Do you know if Rocky did?
I don't know.
I'm like so tempted to like lay down on the floor and just go to
Bad
sleep.
had happened. What do you mean by that?
You walk into somebody's house and it looks like they vandalized it and things are amiss or things are strewn about. It's doesn't portend anything good.
Portend? Is that a word? Is portend good? Is that a word? Google.
Did you go anywhere else in Mr. Depp and Ms. Hurd's apartment other than the kitchen? I think?
Portend. Be a sign or warning
So,
that
and to the best of
something,
your
especially
recollection, I
something
understand
momentous
it's a
or
long time ago,
calamitous,
I
is likely to happen.
understand you have to
It is a word,
But
okay?
Can you tell me,
I didn't know that was a
chronologically
word.
What happened? Like you let yourself into the apartment, you saw this.
I thought he was
Just tell me this
dumb,
again,
but
to the
apparently
best of your
I'm the
what
one
happened.
that's dumb. Dang, okay.
How I remember it is that we, like I said, we came
I-
home late afternoon, early evening. Hadn't heard from Amber in some time,
Portend.
which was out of character for her.
P-O-R-T-E-N-D.
Let ourselves in to go check. Saw that written on the counter.
Portend.
Saw the kitchen a miss. Raquel looked at me and said specifically,
I didn't know
go
pretend.
back to our place. I'm going to go check on her. Bolted upstairs. I was sitting over in PH1 in our apartment.
You should know that word.
And I heard from her.
Thanks, Barth.
Again, I don't remember exactly. I want to say it was about 10 or 15
Thanks
minutes
for,
later. I really don't remember what my response was. I don't remember what transpired after
Is that a wizard spell?
Other than there was some time that she was over there. I don't remember when or even if Melanie came over at any point during that evening.
All right, eat my
And I
butthole.
remember it specifically because
Important,
she
the
had pretty
opposite of
significant
important.
visible facial injuries and didn't know if she was going to be in a state to do it or didn't know whether she was even going to have the physical appearance to be able to do it.
Okay, when you say
Butthole.
First of all, she in those statements is Amber Heard, correct?
Yes.
Did you see Ms. Heard's face that day?
Yes.
Do you have good vision?
The hole in your butt.
I didn't have glasses then. I didn't.
Here come the butt threats.
So I'm handing you a.
I've been pretty quiet, okay? I've been pretty quiet on the butt threats lately.
On the top page, it was attached to Ms.
I need to back away a little bit so you guys don't think I have a thing with
I want
butts.
you to look at
Backing up.
the photos of Ms. Heard's face and tell the jury.
I'm innocent.
Mr. Drew.
I demand a trial. I'm going to sue you all for defamation.
It is. I was with Raquel when she took the picture.
I don't. I don't. I promise.
We're taking what on Raquel's iPhone?
Oh my. It depends on the waxing situation. Imagine Moss got hairy butts.
Amber's phone. So there wouldn't be any potential accusation of bias or.
There is like one spot in my new outfit that I was thinking about adding like some fuzz, like moth fuzz. But then I was like, maybe that's too close to the crotch area. Maybe that's gonna give a weird impression. Maybe I won't put it there. You guys, I'm sure somebody's gonna say something weird. How many moths do you want? The record of moths is like 43, I think. If we get close to the record, I usually take a picture and save it.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say add a butt. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a second butt to my model for sure.
See those photos?
Yes.
Do you recall seeing that?
Absolutely.
Personally, on Ms. Heard's face that day?
Honestly, I don't remember, and without looking at this photo, so I'm more comfortable saying I don't know.
Mr. Drew, were you there? Do you just refresh your recollection? You were there when all of these photos were taken, or just?
It's a definite yes. That's why I chose. That's why I chose to go a different direction.
But at least some of the photos in Drew 11, you recall being there and personally observing Ms. Pennington take that. Correct?
No, it's like a bodysuit, and I was gonna put like fuzz along like the hips, and then I was like, maybe not.
The photos that were taken that day with Photoshop or any other method of changing a photograph.
If I had any knowledge of that, or even
like going around the leg openings of the bodysuit.
different deposition.
And I was like, no, I won't do that.
Turn now to the incident on April 21, 2016.
You're one of yes. Clearly, you're one of those people. One of
If you can,
those
for you to tell me your own words. Again, separate and apart from anything that's in Ms. Heard's declaration, what you recall happening that day and what you did, saw, and observed.
So memory service, it was Amber's 30th birthday. She wanted to have a dinner party.
butt waxing. Yes.
At the apartments. Just
Please explain to us, Barth, the process and the pose. Tell us everything. Tell us everything about your butt
And
wax.
some mentioned that he had appointments or he had some things, and that he would be there and so on and so forth. I really
Give
don't
us
recall
detail.
Specifically who the appointments with, what they were for. What time
We just want to know what to expect. If you recommend it so highly.
schedule with either Amber or Johnny was pretty much moot, to be very honest. Everybody arrived. We were sort of
They put wax in your butt and then they tug at it really hard.
time expecting him to show up.
100% not waxing my butt. We'll watch it though. Good. No. No, they do not, Papa. They're very sensitive.
We had the party in PH5. We sat outside. I want to say he showed up not towards the end.
Do you regrow an arm if your arm gets damaged?
Again, this is just my observation, but it appeared that he was inebriated in some way. I won't say whether he'd been drinking on pills or whatever it was, but it did have the appearance that he was inebriated in some way.
What?
She did not react.
What do you mean by that part? Hello, Evden. How are you? How you doing? Hello.
And honestly, the rest
Washing,
of
not
the evening
eating.
was quite pleasant. He does what he always does when he comes.
Never knew. Never knew.
Connect with everybody. And,
Never knew that.
be
Barth?
entertaining, be pleasant and polite, and her the same
Didn't
thing.
know.
I've never known that there was an issue.
Was not aware.
And then I didn't.
You can still want to put it. Oh, okay.
And I knew that there was girls were leaving the next day for Coachella, which I did not attend with.
That is
But all I
a
knew
little
was that they had
psychotic.
gotten in a pretty
Okay.
big argument, but because of the rush to get out that day, I didn't really get too many stories about it.
Now we know that Barth is
You cooked the dinner that night?
Correct.
one of those. Now we know.
Actually, I do remember.
Oh, what's so funny?
I made tacos actually. Don't ask me why I remember what I made.
Oh yeah, I need to do that.
Amber she wanted
When's your
Mexican
birthday,
food, so I did a
Evden?
big Mexican spread.
When is it?
When you say that when
I thought you were going to sleep. Yeah, I thought you were going to sleep.
do you recall, was he swaying? Was his voice, his words slurred? What do you recall?
Because I had come to know him pretty well at that point, he was pretty good at hiding it with people who didn't know him.
It's
all
July
that well.
23.
But you can
You
still
got
see him.
time.
Time around with him, you can see the
You
little
got
tics,
time.
slurring his words a little bit extra, swaying, being a little
Is it
bit
really Barth?
discombobulated,
No, it's not.
being a little bit more,
No, it's not. I don't think it
what's
is.
the word? Like just gregarious and loose. It's not as normal.
I'm so bad at remembering birthdays. When is your
I
birthday?
hate to go back into what I'm going to refer to as the poop incident.
The poop incident. Hey, Daz. How you
I
doing?
think you testified earlier that you observed on a number of occasions dog.
Daz came in for the poop incident.
Mr. Depp in Ms. Hurt's apartment, is that correct?
In perpetuity.
When you say in perpetuity, what do you mean?
It's pretty much constant. I've cleaned up my fair share in that apartment.
And I think you testified that the dogs weren't trained to only poop on the sidewalk.
They weren't trained at all. They had their run, and they
Okay,
were at home for large portions of the day sometimes. And
They're talking about the
they would take care of
Yorkies.
them. And at some point, there was pee and poop on everything: couches, sofas,
Everything.
chairs, the bed, you name it.
Everything. There's poop on everything.
May 21 incident, which is covered on pages 10 through 13. This is from Drew 7.
So much poop.
Something that we did for April 21, I would like it, Mr. Drew, if you could
Good luck
just
on
tell
waking
me
up. Sleep well.
the story of your role,
Eat
what you
bananas.
saw, what you observed, what you did, chronologically in connection with this incident.
I don't remember what day of the week it was. It was either a Friday or Saturday. I want to say it was a Saturday because I was not in the office. Raquel had her first jewelry show the next day, and the plan was for her and her friend Liz, who would come over to help her specifically get set up for this. Amber was around. They were going to sit in PH5 and do yoga and paint and
Well, yeah,
make
yoga,
necklaces and things like that. And I
paint,
was sort of in and out
cuddle
most of the
puddles.
day, hanging out with her. Thereafter, I don't think it was more than like 10 or 15 minutes before I heard a door open in the hallway. And then a couple seconds later, I heard a really, really loud slam, which I later learned was a wine bottle being smashed into our door at PH1.
Penthouse
And
1.
then I heard keys jingling, and Johnny shouting at one of his security to open this. Is it all right if I swear? I mean, I'm telling you here. That's okay.
You should say the words exactly as they were said.
As I remember, he said, "Open this fucking door, get me in here." And he came in, caught eyes with me right away, and beeline for me, screaming, cursing, spitting in my face. I walked calmly to leave, realized that I'd forgotten my keys and the dog, so I turned around and walked back to go get both. He stayed and followed with me, walking, pacing, screaming, cursing, spitting in my face.
Why was he mad at you?
Calmly.
What'd you
At that
do?
point, Liz was still in the apartment, and the last look I saw of her is that she bolted around the corner and went upstairs to hide from him.
Had Mr. Depp ever done this to you before?
No.
Did he? How close was he to you when he was when he entered your apartment and was screaming at you?
Entered your apartment. But it was his, technically.
Within a foot?
Yes.
And you said that you originally heard him say, you know, open the fucking door. When he was spitting and screaming at you, what you were coming from?
Couldn't tell you. Honestly, it sounded like gibberish. At that point, I don't think I was really hearing anything. It was just, how can I get the hell out of here without something
This is where the psychology degree finally comes in handy. It's not. It's still not.
Right there with him that are bigger than me. What's really going to happen here?
What were you?
I don't remember anything I learned in school.
I mean, I don't think, honestly, I didn't feel threatened. I'll say that flat out. It seemed really, really silly. I wasn't really surprised. I just wanted to get out and make sure that the girls were okay.
But I feel like he had to have done something. If
Performing on a stage and there's
people just don't get mad at other people for like no reason. You did something. What'd you do? What'd you do?
Okay, so
Did something.
you go get your keys. You guys have your own dog, I take it.
Yes.
You got your dog. You go out. What happens next?
I walked out in the hallway, and to be very, very candid, I don't remember in this instance whether I went to PH3 to go check on them or whether I went into PH1. The sequence of events after that as to when I actually got to Raquel and Amber or whether they came to me, I really don't remember that sequence of events offhand. I couldn't tell you.
So when you got to Raquel and Amber, what did you
Did his dog step on a beat?
I remember first speaking to them specifically in PH1 in our place, but how it is we got there, I don't remember. I remember deadbolting the door, and Amber was like catatonic. She was just like 1,000 yards there, just done. And Raquel was like trying to calm down herself, and I was like, just what the fuck just happened? And she started to recount a little bit, and I went right out the door.
Did Johnny find out that he was sleeping with Amber, maybe?
Already gone at that point.
You think? You think that's possible?
I'm going to go to Drew 1, if you don't mind. Your incredible architectural drawing, Mr. Drew. So tell me
Oh, wait, there's a drawing.
where he was, where you went.
I was in here when Johnny came in. Doors right here.
The witness should reflect, the record should reflect the witness putting to PH5.
Door was right there. This is in PH5. The living room's a little bit larger. I came out of the door to PH1, right smack in the middle. And I went back, started banging on the door at PH5, assuming he was still in there, but they were already gone.
Very professional, Matt.
So what sparked you to go back to try to go after Mr. Depp was hearing from Rocky that Mr. Depp had pushed her.
Correct.
As opposed to Ms. Hurd.
Correct.
By the time you got over there, he had already left.
Yes.
I don't know for Papa. Apparently a wine bottle fits in there.
That Amber and Rocky, I think you said Amber seemed catatonic.
Yeah, she was just a ghost.
How did Rocky seem?
From what I remember, sort of like when somebody's coming down from an adrenaline rush, she was just sort of like, she didn't really know what to do. Couldn't sit still, just sort of standing there and shaking.
So after you had gone to try to find Johnny, you had already left. What happened next?
I went right back to the girls to make sure that they were okay after my own little selfish outburst.
Or maybe the opposite.
They were still in my apartment. I came in. Amber had started to come out of it a little bit. Raquel had started to calm down a little bit. I started to get a little bit of information as to what happened. The thing I remember most distinctly was that Amber had Johnny's cell phone
my brain's not
in her
working.
hand, so I took it from her.
And when did you first learn about the police?
We were in PH1. I believe at that point when I came back upstairs, Amber was
Man, imagine having to keep track of all your penthouses.
to go take pictures of all the damage when she took pictures of the wine stain in the hole.
Is that the first time you saw the damage in her place, or had you already seen it in kind of the back and forth?
Again, I'm a little foggy on that. I can't say definitively whether I've seen it before or whether that was when I saw it for the first time. So we took her back to PH3. We took photos of the damage inside. And I want to say the first
Was that a squeaky toy?
Came pretty shortly thereafter. Maybe, again, I'm really guessing here. I want to say 20 or 30 minutes at the most.
The first set of police officers who were there, how long do you recall them staying?
Maybe 15 minutes. I was asked to greet the officers specifically because Amber didn't want to file a report, and I said that I would speak to them to see if I could, get them to leave, say that everything's okay, even though we all knew that there was no way they could do that. I told her that I would go and greet them first.
Okay, so two questions. Why did you know that there was no way they could do that? Let me ask you that question first.
Survivor of domestic violence myself.
What was your understanding of why she didn't want to have him arrested?
She was still protecting him.
What else, if anything, Mr. Drew, do you remember either the female Hispanic police officer or the Caucasian gentleman saying that even?
I remember I was the one who walked them through PH3 where the original incident had occurred. I showed them the broken glass. They had already walked over the wine stain in the hallway, or the big spill of wine, and I showed them the bolt in the door. You could see looked like the bottom of a wine bottle. I took them into PH5 and showed them through. Their communication to me throughout was me just pointing things out to them. The Caucasian police officer pulled me outside solo. I can't say what happened internally, so I don't know whether anybody was in earshot, whether it was just Amber and the officer having a one-on-one, or whether there was anybody else around them. I don't know what was said either, specifically outside of what I might have heard secondhand, which has already been talked about ad nauseum.
You have in front of you, Mr. Drew.
It was worse before, Daz. It was worse.
Mark is Drew 13. And I think I'm just going to take you through them one by one, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I'm so sleepy.
If you remember, if you can tell me these photos are.
These are photos taken of her the night of the incident.
Who took the photos?
Some were taken by me, some were taken by Raquel.
And when you say the night of the incident,
May 21.
And are you sitting here today, can you distinguish which were taken by you and which were taken by?
No.
Were you present when they were all taken?
I can't say that definitively.
Okay. Were you present when photos were taken of Ms. Heard's face, like you see on the first page of this?
Yes.
And is this image of
Hello,
Ms.
crazy?
Heard's face on May 21 consistent with your recollection of what her face looked like?
Yes.
And am I correct that unlike, it's a little hard to see because there's shadow on the right, but unlike the prior incident that we looked at where there were photos, here the injury looks like it's mostly on one side?
Correct.
Let's look at the next photo. Tell me if you can remember, if you can identify what that is.
The unbroken pictures on the bed. The proof.
Pictures pulled off the wall and placed on
The proof of abuse right there.
Next photo where it's clearer. Do you recall?
The broken picture is still on the wall.
Yes, this is on the column in PH5. Going
So much abuse.
And their
How could they bear it?
pictures were shattered?
Yes.
Starting with the first photo of Ms. Heard's face, is that what Ms. Heard's face looked like when the police arrived?
Yes.
With the next photo of the pictures on the bed and the broken picture frame on the wall, did you show these you personally show these to the first group of police officers that night?
Honestly, this one, I really can't say whether I did show them to the officers. I don't recall this.
Just so the record is clear, you're pointing to the photos on the bed.
Correct.
What about the photos on the wall?
The third photo, yes, I showed them personally.
For the photos on the wall, you had been in the apartment prior to this.
Yes.
Was the glass
You think these
broken
people
when you
really
last
think this
went
is
over?
abuse? You have no idea how soft these people are. Well, have you met a bunch of actresses, Daz?
This is broken.
Do you know that they're soft?
Landing directly beneath the photo shown in the third photo.
And it's a landing on a staircase?
Yes.
Did you show, was that photo taken by either you or Rocky?
Yes.
Did you show that glass to the police officers who came, the first group of police officers who came that night?
Yes, I did.
Next photo?
Didn't a bunch of people say they were traumatized by watching what's his face, Flap what's his face at the What's the Thing? Didn't a bunch of people?
Was the broken glass on the stairway depicted in the
Oh my God, Daz!
show to the first group of police officers?
Yes, it was.
What's the next photo?
This is the hallway where there would have been spilled wine right outside the door of PH1.
And do you see
The wine,
in this photo?
it's all down the hallway.
For the record, where that is?
So much. He spilled so much. It's ruined. The hallway is ruined. They gotta tear down the whole building.
He's pointing to the sort of middle of the
What are they gonna
photograph on the
do?
right side, on the floor, on the stripes.
The wine.
Was this a photograph taken by either you or your then wife?
Yes.
And did the police officers, the first group of police officers who came, see this on that evening?
They would have walked through it before they even got to the door.
But that's not something you showed them?
No.
Last photo in the series? Can you tell me what that is, sir?
That is a wine bottle and spilled wine.
Two girl on. No, that video doesn't.
Taken by either you or
Yes.
is this something?
Huge. Yeah, it's supposed to be a huge wine stain all down the hallway.
Which apartment is this in?
I believe this is in PH5.
If the glass was the size of the mason jar one, that's one whole glass.
Which room?
In the living room.
So many bottles of wine.
As I asked with the other series of photos.
More wine on the floor.
Saw. First of all, are you aware of anyone who made any efforts to Photoshop or otherwise manipulate these photos to make the incident and the circumstances?
Don't they have experts that can analyze photos and tell if they've been like edited? Don't they know how to do that?
Had somehow put makeup on her face to make it look like she had an injury under her eye.
No.
With respect to these photographs generally that we've looked at in Drew 13, was there any effort to stage the photographs in any way?
Absolutely not.
It's us, the internet. I already proved.
Do you know how
I proved that she lied about that one photo. I feel like I proved that.
I do not.
I feel like that was proof, okay?
with Mr. Chu, Mr.
Right, Daz, that's what I'm saying. They keep going over the same stuff, that he drunk. And he damaged property. And it's like, that's not abuse. It's not abuse.
Sitting here today, do you know who took these photos?
We're talking about the two I have in front of me right now.
They're doing that because that's all they have. That's it. That's all they have. They don't have anything else.
Consistent with your recollection of how
That's all they have. Yeah.
looked
That's
the
it.
next day?
They have nothing else.
Did you see Ms. Hurd's face on May 22nd?
Yes.
Did you or your ex-wife take photos of Ms. Hurd's face on that day?
Yes, to my recollection.
Yes.
And similar to questions I've asked in the past, was any effort made to stage those photos in any way?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Yes.
Was any effort made to put makeup on Ms. Hurd's face to make the
Thank
injuries
you.
look redder?
Thank you.
Or more serious?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Was any manipulation of the photos done, either using Photoshop or any other similar method?
Not to my knowledge, no.
I'm showing you.
I feel like that needs to be longer.
It's been marked as,
It's not golden.
directing your attention to the photos.
It's water.
There and asking if you can identify where these photos were taken.
The photo on the first page, honestly, I'm not sure. I don't really remember which stairwell this was from which penthouse.
Each penthouse had a stairwell?
Yes.
Next one.
That's totally not why I chose that one.
From PH5, where Amber's closet was located. Or what Amber used as her closet.
It's totally not the reason. Look at that. Look at that. The penthouse she uses as a closet.
Same thing.
Next page, at least the top one.
Top one, same.
Bottom photo on that page.
Bottom photo is
Needs an old Doctor Who voice clip
it
with
looks like
it?
it's taken from the landing.
They don't get it.
Stairwell of PH5 towards the kitchen, towards the Broadway side.
Moisturize me. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like the skin, the weird skin face thing.
Mr. Drew, of anyone destroying.
That was a weird episode.
Closet this way?
Not to my knowledge.
Are you aware of any efforts between and among Rocky Pennington, Io Tillett, Melanie Iglesias, Elizabeth Mars, or Amanda DeCadenet to, quote, get their story straight?
Not to my knowledge.
Have you had any outreach from any of those people that I just mentioned to you to coordinate your story or your recollection or your testimony about the things you've testified here today?
I feel like it's always suspicious when you say not to my knowledge instead of just no. Right? That's suspicious to me.
During that phone conversation,
Where's my hoodie? Cold.
No.
You testified that the dogs were too small to climb the stairs. Is that correct?
Then they were too small to get on the bed. They're too small to get on the bed and they couldn't climb stairs.
So it's your testimony that one of the dogs had the ability to climb the stairs and jump on the bed, and the other had neither.
Correct.
Oh, okay. So one could and one couldn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, that completes the testimony of that witness.
How long have I been streaming so far?
Again, during
3.5 hours about, it looks like. Okay, so it's time for lunch break.
Testimony of that witness wrapping up. We are, of course, on the defense's side, Amber Heard's side of this trial at this point, and she had stepped down from the witness stand yesterday. We've had a couple of recorded.
Could have used all her energy to get up and then just lost it. So much energy, just lost control of the bowels.
Okay, live witness at 1:45, so we'll take the TV down. Okay, all right, thank you.
Well, that sucks. Okay, so yesterday I said fuck it, and I said
the room there. We did hear that they are planning to have their next witness.
Shut up, dude. I don't care. So yeah, yesterday I said fuck it, and I was like, I'm not gonna stop at 2 o'clock. And I had visits, I had meetings, and I was just like, I'm just gonna juggle. I'm just gonna juggle streaming in my meetings. That was a terrible idea. I mean, I had a feeling it was probably a bad idea, but it was a bad idea. I'm not gonna do that again. That was a bad idea. So yeah, and since I took a lunch now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. It was too stressful. Tempest. I was so tired yesterday. Cause and when I was in a meeting and just the whole time I was like, okay, I gotta get back to streaming. I gotta get back to the stream. And they kept talking. I was like, okay, I gotta get back to stream. Stop talking. I gotta get back to the stream. Stop talking. And yeah, I had a hard time focusing on the meeting and what they were saying. And I'm sure they could probably tell I was distracted, even though I was trying not to make them notice that I was distracted, because I was distracted. So plus the crickets. Yeah. So yeah, last night I really last night I wanted to work on boogieing your butt, but I was too tired to do it. So not gonna do that today. I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Because by the time they come back from lunch, they'll be back. Let's see, they'll be back at 1 o'clock, I guess. Wait. No, God. They'll be back at like 1:45, and then it's like only 15 minutes, so I gotta go anyway. So, yeah. Definitely, I need to take a shower before my meetings. I'm gonna wash my hair. So, thank you everybody for joining me. We got, tomorrow is the last day I'm gonna be able to stream the trial. Cause I got, let's see. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be starting later because I have morning meetings. I probably won't be live till around 10:30. And then I'm probably gonna go till, I think I said, did I say 2 o'clock again? Yeah, I said 2 o'clock again, I think. Yeah. So tomorrow's 10:30 to 2. And that's the last time I'm gonna be able to stream the trial. I can't do it on Friday because Friday is just a whole lot. Friday's a whole lot. So I'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning. And then on Friday, I'm doing like a celebration for hitting 1,000, not subscribers, but followers on Twitch. And we're gonna play games like Gartic Phone, Jackbox and stuff. So hopefully you can make that. That'll be at my normal stream time, which is 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So after starting Saturday, I'll kind of be back at my normal times. So yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. The witnesses was hella boring today. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more interesting. So, oh my God, I'm so used to saying good night. Good night, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Have a good day. I am tempted to take a nap, but I don't have time. Yeah, for Papa has been here for a while. So, but then you disappeared for a long time. But now you're back. So hello. You're about to go to bed. Well, good night, Echo. Stick around. I'm going to raid somebody. Do I know anybody on right now even? Oh yeah, I do. I know. Okay, so you guys have a good day, a good night, a good morning, whatever. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Look at me that way. I don't fit inside a box, and I got a little different taste. Where I hear it's going off, now that's my kind of place. I'm feeling myself tonight like you wouldn't believe. I get up off my feet, I'm dancing to a different beat. This is the way I am, it's just the way I am. And I wanna dance with you, yeah, I'm your biggest fan. To you, but if they don't understand, tell them that you're coming through. Say it's just the way I am. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but shade can never hurt me. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but love will not desert me. Checking out my horoscope before I walk out the door. Gonna make it beautiful, no matter what's in store. Got a lot of shit to shoot and dollars to be made. Free on Saturday. You're feeling yourself tonight like we wouldn't believe. So get up off your feet, we're dancing to a different. This is the way I am, it's just the way I am. And I wanna dance with you, yeah, I'm your biggest fan. Got a lot of attitude, but if they don't understand, tell them that you're coming through. Say it's just the way I am. You think you know me? Yeah, you think you know me? Read the sign of my heart, real bitches only. I shoot for stars cause I'm